Hello, lovelies! Cupcakes! We've got Alex and Fresh and Michael! Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait. I'm confused as to whether this is a... I'm confused as to whether this is a joke or not. Dumbledore and Gandalf are the same person? No, you know Dumbledore and Gandalf aren't the same person, right? Oh, Fresh says Dumbledore. Michael hasn't read any of the books, but Dumbledore does way more impressive magic in Harry Potter. I have to agree with this. Okay, so I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I love Lord of the Rings. I think it's fabulous. It was the first ever, like, really... Oh, okay, because I was like, wait a minute. Because on one hand, I can imagine somebody who hasn't, who's not really into that universe be like, I don't know, what's the difference between those two? Aren't they the same wizard? And honestly, I really loved Gandalf's representation in the movies. I did not love Dumbledore's representation in the movies simply because, first of all, well, okay, I will admit I liked the second Dumbledore better than Richard Harris. Not that I have anything against Richard Harris, but he was too like old and calm and kind of, he acted old. And through the whole book series, up until book 6, through the whole book series, Harry constantly is kind of surprised at how kind of young Dumbledore seems. And then there are moments where he's struck by how old he seems, but he always feels like Dumbledore is younger than he really is, even though he's quite old. He doesn't really act that way. So I personally preferred the second Dumbledore because I felt like he had a little more of a like younger air to him. And Dumbledore is kind of... He's not serious. He's only serious when he has to be. So he's always kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to say flighty because he's not flighty, but I just didn't feel like Richard Harris really did it. He looked the part, but I feel like he was just too like chill and like calm. I don't know. It didn't work for me. But when I saw Lord of the Rings for the first time, it was probably I think it was the first time I ever saw like this epic, huge fantasy. I'd never seen a movie like that before, and it really hit me really hard. I was just amazed at the amount of work that went into it, the acting, the soundtrack, everything. I thought it was a masterpiece. But I was like, okay, so here they have this wizard, but this wizard doesn't really do much with like his magic. He just doesn't. Oh yeah, no, he doesn't. Second Dumbledore does not ask calmly. And I constantly ask myself, was that the actor's decision? Was that the director's decision? Was that the screenwriter's decision? Because it upsets the fandom a lot because Dumbledore wouldn't have done that. And not only does he not ask calmly, he grabs Harry and shakes him. And in book 5, Professor Umbridge, which I'm on right now, which it's the worst book out of the series, in my opinion. Not because it's the worst written or anything, but it is the worst year at Hogwarts. It's so awful. Everything bad happens in book 5. There are things that are awful that happen in all the rest of the books too, but Professor Umbridge is like on a totally different level. But she, at the very, very end, when when they've discovered Dumbledore's army and somebody went and snitched to Professor Umbridge. I think it's Cho's friend who snitches to Professor Umbridge. And anyway, there's this confrontation they have in Dumbledore's office. And Umbridge gets so angry with this girl that she grabs her and starts shaking her. And Dumbledore gets to his feet really fast. And he, in this really loud voice, he says something like, Professor Umbridge, shoot, I could go grab the book, but he says something like, I cannot allow you to manhandle my students, or something like that. And so it kind of contradicts. Dumbledore would never do that. He would never put his hands on a student and like shake them. And yet he did that in book 4 or in movie 4. It is what it is. We're all kind of bitter and salty about it. But I remember being kind of confused by when I watched Lord of the Rings, because I watched movies before I read the books. But I remember being kind of confused because I thought, here we have this wizard with us and he rarely ever uses his magic. Maybe that's more realistic. I'm not really sure, because maybe magic seems to be kind of cheating when you're the only person with magic, when you're surrounded by people who don't have magic. But I don't know. I just felt like he didn't use it often enough. But maybe that choice made the fact that when he did use it, it was really impressive. Like when he, like with the Balrog and with like, well, I mean, well, there are two different Gandalfs, right? There's Gandalf the Grey and then there's Gandalf the White. And I think Gandalf the White uses more magic, but wouldn't you think that Gandalf could just go and destroy the ring? I mean, I don't know. That's just me. That was my opinion when I first saw the movie. I thought, well, why doesn't he just annihilate? But like Cornelius Fudge says in the 6th Harry Potter book, when he's speaking to the British Prime Minister at the very beginning of the book, they don't show this in the movie, but the whole first chapter of the book 6 is multiple conversations between the British Prime Minister and Cornelius Fudge, who's the Minister for Magic, or who was the Minister for Magic. In book 6, he's no longer the Minister for Magic. And so every once in a while he'll pop into the fireplace and tell the British Minister of Magic, like, okay, well, just so you know, we're importing 3 dragons for the Triwizard, or 4 dragons for the Triwizard tournament, but don't worry, we've got everything under control. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. And the British Prime Minister's like, what? And he's just, but Cornelius Fudge is like, nobody's gonna believe you, even if you told anybody that I was visiting you on a ring. He visits like once a year or something. But at the very end of that chapter, the British Prime Minister finds out Voldemort is back. And he's like, but you have magic. I don't understand how you can't beat this person. You have magic. And Cornelius Fudge just smiles sadly and he says, yes, but the other side has magic too. And that's just it. Like, it's easy to say, oh, well, why don't you just blast him with your wand or with your staff or whatever? But Saruman, or that's true. I was thinking Saruman, but that's not true. I was thinking, when does Gandalf fight Sauron? But no, it's not Sauron. You're saying Saruman. That is true. They have that fight together. I forgot about that fight. And I mean, neither one of them are spring chickens. And and then he uses his powers, like when he calls the eagle to him, and then when those flying, the wraiths that are flying, and he uses his staff, and there's like this big bright light and everything. But if you look at a duel between the two of them, that would be really interesting. I lean toward Dumbledore as well, but maybe that's because, like Michael said, Dumbledore uses a lot of magic in the Harry Potter books, and it's kind of just always there. Whereas Gandalf seems to kind of ration his magic, and I'm not really sure. I don't know what like the extent of his powers are, because in book 5 you see a pretty intense battle between Dumbledore and Voldemort, right? And you see multiple, there's a moment in book 5. These are obviously some spoilers for any of you that haven't either read the books or seen the movies. But when Dumbledore goes, when they think they're going to catch him, and they think he's been planning this whole Dumbledore's army behind the Ministry's back. And he basically says, okay, yep, you caught me. He's like, oh yes, I'm afraid you think there's going to be a problem, because I think you expect me to come quietly. That's not going to happen. And anyway, he does something super crazy and knocks everybody out while he leaves, or whatever, or when he disappears or whatever. I don't really remember. I'll get there. I'm on chapter like 11 or something of the book 5. Okay, Michael says if it's anybody's fault, it's most likely a director. Actors tend to do what they're told. That is true. It's either the director, or it was the screenwriter that wrote that in, or it was the screenwriter and the director together. I don't know, but I have a hard time believing that. Well, I don't know how much sway J.K. Rowling had over the films, because I know she was involved somewhat, but I mean, when you sell your rights, you sell your rights. So you kind of have to sit back and just kind of let them do whatever they're gonna do, which is kind of a problem in and of itself. You hope that they will do your story justice. Peter Jackson obviously did the Lord of the Rings justice. Honestly, I had a hard time reading Lord of the Rings after I saw the movies. The books were like so boring to me, but that's because the movies are full of all the most exciting parts, and I felt like the book was like let's have second breakfast. Let's have third breakfast. Let's have secondsies. Let's have halfsies. You know, all these different like meals. I don't know. But I loved the movies, Lord of the Rings. I thought they were so fabulously done. But it's weird thinking about Dumbledore and Gandalf because I feel like Ian McKellen. Where did I come up with the name Robert? Ian McKellen was such a fabulous wizard. He played Gandalf so well. And I feel like Dumbledore kind of fell short just a little bit. And maybe I had higher expectations for Harry Potter anyway, because I read all the books and I'm a huge Potterhead, big in the fandom. And I hadn't read the Lord of the Rings books. So maybe I would have a different opinion of Gandalf, but I just feel like he did such a great job. And so I was a little disappointed with the movie Gandalf, or the movie Dumbledore, because he just wasn't. But, you know, I'll be honest, I was pretty disappointed with most of the movies. I was disappointed with a lot of the actors, and I was disappointed with a lot of the direction the movies took. That's just me. I have plenty of friends that adore the movies and watch them all the time. I own about 6 of them, I think, and I never watched them because I think they were given to me. And I was just kind of like, okay, I think I have 1 through 4. Then I think I have 5 because I have 1 through 4. And then I have book. And then I have book. No, I have movie 8, I think. So I'm missing 2. So I have 5. No, I'm missing 3 because 8 is into it. Anyway, Fresh is a bigger Lord of the Rings fan than a Potter fan. I mean, I can totally see that. I love both of them, but I think I'm a bigger Harry Potter fan simply because I read Harry Potter for so long. I mean, I started reading it when I was, 11 or 12, and it kind of followed me through like my life. And Lord of the Rings, I didn't read the books till after I saw the movies. And then I was like, these are kind of boring. And I know that's blasphemy because people who love the Lord of the Rings series, but I remember lots of really great moments because I saw all the movies with my brother who had read all the Lord of the Rings movies or all the books. And I remember in the one I remember the most is at the very end of The Two Towers, when Gollum is arguing with himself and he's like walking through this kind of dead forest and Sam and Frodo are having a heartfelt moment or whatever. And then he says, you know, we should kill the hobbits, right? So he kind of comes full circle, kind of comes back to, you know, him arguing with himself and telling himself he should kill the hobbits. And he says, you know, no, but we can't. And then his evil side, who is it? It's the Gollum side, who says, or we could let her do it. And then his eyes get really big. The pupils get really big because he turns back into Smeagol and he says, yes, we could get her to do it. And then he says something like, she's always hungry or something. And I remember at the end, and then it goes to the credits. And I remember as we were leaving, I was like, who's he talking about? Who is her? Who is she? And my brother got this really kind of glazed look on his face. And he kind of looked down at me and goes, you don't know who she is? And I was like, no, I've never read the books. Who is she? And he goes, she is something. And I was like, who is she? And he wouldn't tell me who she was. And then I think at one point he did tell me her name, but I refrained from going and looking up what it was because I didn't want to ruin it for myself. So the whole scene with Shelob and that whole cave up there, and my dad is a huge arachnophobe, so that scene was really, really hard for him to stomach. Actually, I think the scene that was harder for him to stomach was the one where Frodo has made it through Shelob's lair, and he's standing there looking into Mordor, and he's totally alone. And then Shelob is up above him and is quietly coming down. I think my dad just about came out of his skin. He couldn't handle it. Ents with Pip and Merry in The Lord of the Rings blew my mind. Mine too! Oh my gosh. I still to this day think that scene with all the Ents and Isengard is one of my favorite movie scenes of all time. It's the most, I just remember sitting in the theater and, you know, I'd never seen this or read it, right? So I'm sitting there like, wow, I loved the Ents. I loved everything about them. I loved the whole side story of Merry and Pippin and Treebeard and all that stuff. And I loved it all. And so when he does this big yell and it kind of echoes, the camera pans out with all these trees. I remember sitting in my seat and being like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so exciting. I was so ready for it. And it was every bit as epic as I thought it was going to be. It was so great. And it was so great and so easily watched that Charlotte and I have watched it multiple times together. She'll be like, can we watch the trees and the water and that place? Like, heck yes, we can. Of course we can. I never liked the Kraken scene in Lord of the Rings. Is the Kraken, are you talking about the scene with when they're waiting outside of, the only thing I can think of that's kind of a Kraken is the thing in the water when they're about to go into the mines of Moria. Is that what you're talking about? I mean, I don't know. I don't have anything to compare it to. I thought it was super creepy. I thought it was kind of epically creepy. But the Mines of Moria, oh, yes. Okay, so yeah, that kind of creature in the water. The Mines of Moria totally blew my mind as well. Just like the size of them. And there's that moment when Gandalf is like, we don't want our presence... No, we want our presence to go unnoticed or something. And the camera pans back and you see how gigantic this place is. And I just remember being like, oh man. It was pretty awesome experiencing all that for the first time, not having a clue what was coming. But I think we can all agree that the worst scene in any Lord of the Rings movie is when, what's his face? The Mad King is eating those tomatoes. When the camera's like this close to his face and he's biting into those little grape tomatoes. Oh, what was his name? The mad, angry king who hates his son. Loved Boromir, hates Faramir. Shoot, now I can't remember his name. But yeah, no. That was like the nastiest scene of the whole trilogy. I was like, why does this rub me the wrong way? There are so many things that are so awful. I guess there's the scene where Gollum eats a raw fish, but... Or... Yeah, he does. He eats a raw fish, but that wasn't real. The scene with, what is his name? Shoot, now I can't remember his name. But as far as a duel between those two wizards, I don't know. I'd probably lean toward Dumbledore, probably. Dumbledore seems a little more spry, for what it's worth. I don't know. I think one of my issues with magic duels, though, is in Harry Potter, they always seem very... Okay, so I have to see... Yes, the King of Rohan. What's his name? It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. He's the one with the long gray hair that's totally bananas and hates his son. Like I said, that Pippin has to go hang out with for a while. No, is it Rohan or is it Gon? Oh, no, is it Rohan? Minas Tirith. It's at Minas Tirith. He's at Minas Tirith, isn't he? Shoot, I can't remember his name. Anyway, I have to say the duel between Dumbledore. No, I'm sorry. The duel between Saruman and Gandalf was what I thought a magician type sorcerer duel would be. They're not yelling spells at each other and they're not taking turns. They're literally just like attacking each other as fast as they can. I mean, I guess they're kind of taking turns, but not in a respectful way. They've got to catch their breath or but in Harry Potter, Theoden, yes. Yes. Was that his name? Isn't that the guy that, who's the nice king that helps, what's his name? Viggo Mortensen. What's his name? Aragorn. I know these characters. I do. I thought he was the king of oh no, he's not. I thought he was the king of Rohan. But yes, Theoden, the Mad King. Crazy King. No, the Mad King is from Game of Thrones, isn't it? Mad King? Oh geez. I don't know. I can't keep them all straight. Anyway, in Harry Potter, they're always teaching duels like, okay, you're going to take one turn and then it'll be your bad guy's turn and then it'll be your turn and then it'll be the bad guy's turn. And in Order of the Phoenix, when they're in the Department of Mysteries and right before Sirius falls through that curtain and everything, in the movie, at least from what I remember, in the movie, I guess in the Department of Mysteries, there are curses flying all over the place, I guess. But in the movie, Harry's kind of like, he'll like shoot a thing and then kind of like look over at Sirius, and they kind of like look at each other, and then they'll shoot another curse. And it seems very like nonchalant, even though it's very life and death. I didn't really appreciate the way they did that, but that was just me. I don't know. I feel like a full-grown wizard duel would be pretty epic and pretty intense. But I guess that's much like the fight between Voldemort and Dumbledore, because I don't think you can hear, I don't think they say any spells. I think they're just shooting jets of light at each other. And then I think of, well, I guess Harry doesn't really duel Voldemort in book 4. He just uses a basic spell, but because the wands are connected, they won't work properly together. I don't know. I'd lean toward Dumbledore. I think I would probably lean toward Dumbledore. And that's not to say I don't love Gandalf, because I love Gandalf, but they're just two different characters. But I do kind of secretly wish Ian McKellen could have also played Dumbledore. That would have made an entire fandom very angry, but he just made the best wizard, because Gandalf is very similar to Dumbledore in his personality. You know, he's lighthearted, and he makes jokes, and he's funny, and he doesn't act as old as he looks. That's how Dumbledore is to me. But I don't know, but we can't have that. Someday they will remake Harry Potter. I hope they remake it as a miniseries. And someday, you know, we'll get a whole different cast of people. I do appreciate Alan Rickman as Snape. I thought he played a great Snape. I appreciated Dame Maggie Smith as Professor McGonagall. And I liked Gary Oldman as Sirius Black, and I liked Helena Bonham Carter as Bellatrix Lestrange. I liked Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort. Tom Felton as Draco Malfoy. I did not love the Golden Trio. I didn't really love the actors. That was just me. I don't know. But part of it was also their direction, I think. I did not like that Hermione always called Ron Ronald. I don't know. She seemed very, for a couple that, for a group of kids that are friends for 7 years, you know, best friends for 7 years, she seemed very formal with him in the movies, and that kind of bugged me, because I was just like, you guys are friends. You don't have to call him Ronald. Literally nobody calls him Ronald, not even in the books. I don't know. That's just me, but I'm going to lean toward Dumbledore. But I think Gandalf would put up a really good fight. But the question is, would it be Gandalf the Grey, or would Gandalf the Grey be able to beat Dumbledore, or would Gandalf the White beat Dumbledore? Because Gandalf the White is more... The magic in Lord of the Rings seems a lot more complicated and like ancient and old than it does in Harry Potter. Even though the Harry Potter magic is still ancient and old, I'm sure, because it's, you know, so they say, it's been around forever. The magic in Lord of the Rings just seems a lot more kind of harder to use, harder to wield. Whereas with the Harry Potter series, it's just kind of like, you know, swish and flick of your wand and, you know, you can cast whatever. But it seems to take more effort and more concentration and more chutzpah in Lord of the Rings. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. I love both worlds. I enjoy the Lord of the Rings movies more than I enjoy the Harry Potter movies. I haven't seen The Lord of the Rings in a really long time. Really long. I guess it's been a little over 2 years, but I remember when I was making a headboard for our bedroom and I was like, I want to watch Lord of the Rings. So I borrowed Lord of the Rings from someone and I was watching it. And I remember thinking, I can watch this with Charlotte in the room. It's totally fine. And then I decided against it. And then when I rewatched it, it had been so long since I'd seen it. When I rewatched it, I was like, oh man, no way. Charlotte would have so many nightmares. Some of these orcs are terrifying. And that was in the good old days when they used to actually use people in costume for orcs and things instead of just using CGI for everyone. That was one of my beefs with The Hobbit, was that all the bad guys were all CGI. They didn't look like real people. And I guess it's cheaper to do that than hire like a makeup crew. And you know, it's funny, Michael, I was actually just thinking that too. I thought, okay, let's throw a twist in there. What about Dumbledore? Well, who would win between Dumbledore, Gandalf, and Darth Vader? But how do you pit a magic person against a non-magic person? Let's go, Brandon. Hi, how are you? Lord of the Rings, limbs were lopped off too. That is true. Yep. Yes. There were like, you know, people dying and like arrows being stuck in people and all sorts of stuff. It wasn't just the scary orcs. There were a couple really creepy orcs, but there were those dog creatures. And so I was like, okay, my daughter at the time was 5. And I was like, okay, I'm going to hopefully be parent of the year and not show Lord of the Rings to my kid. I just kind of remember, like, I hadn't seen it in a while, and I just kind of was thinking, oh, it's not that big of a deal, like, whatever. She actually watched the Netflix Dark Crystal with me. I was making a bunch of Halloween decorations for our church Halloween party. I was in charge of that year, and I loved it, and she really liked it. I thought the Skeksis would kind of freak her out, but she actually really liked them. And then, oh, that's right. Vader does have the dark side of the Force, so he kind of does have magic. He can choke people with hand gestures. That adds a really interesting twist. Then I don't know. Because he doesn't even need a wand. Does Dumbledore need a wand? Gandalf doesn't need a wand. Gandalf has a staff. But can he do magic without his staff? I don't know, man. That puts a whole different twist on it. Gosh, I don't know. I think I'm trying to be objective here because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, which is funny because I love sci-fi, but for some reason I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I can't really explain why. It never really struck me. It never stuck with me. I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another chance. Don't hate me. I don't know. For some reason, it never like struck a chord with me like Harry Potter did or like Lord of the Rings did or whatever. So I'm trying to be objective here. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably, hey, J-Hops! Vader might be more nimble too, those force jumps and speed give an edge. Not to mention he's younger. I mean, not like a ton younger, but... Oh, see, I know nothing about Doctor Strange. I don't know anything about Doctor Strange. Does Doctor Strange have like weird, crazy, like telekinetic kind of powers as well? Oh man, we're throwing all sorts of people into the mix. We need to have discussions like this more often. Like, who would win out of all the Disney princesses? let's throw Elsa. who would win between Elsa and Dumbledore? Elsa and Darth Vader. Elsa only has ice powers, but in the second one, she kind of gets like I guess she doesn't really get all the powers of all the spirits in the forest, but I don't know. We just throw all sorts of magical people. I don't know anything about Doctor Strange, but that's an interesting thought, though, how Vader would stand up to some. I like I said, kind of a trying to stay objective, but I lean more toward Dumbledore. But I'm hoping that's not just because I love Dumbledore the most out of all those characters, because I just love his character. I really think, though, even with the dark force, the dark side, and all that stuff, I think he would still probably be able to win. That was a terrifying look. Who would win in a duel, Ander? Dumbledore, Gandalf, or Darth Vader?
Gandalf.
Oh. Ander says Gandalf, which doesn't even count because you aren't into any of those fandoms, so it doesn't even matter.
In that case, Darth Vader.
Ander doesn't like Harry Potter, he doesn't like Lord of the Rings, and he doesn't like Star Wars. So, oh hey, it's Happy J Mac. How are you, Happy J? I know, right? I know. I don't want anybody to like hate me for not being a Star Wars fan. I should probably just give it another shot, but I just haven't ever. I don't know. My brother really likes Star Wars, and my dad really likes Star Wars, and I really like sci-fi movies. I like sci-fi movies. I like sci-fi books. I wrote a sci-fi book. Come on. I love sci-fi. Good sci-fi. And for some reason, Star Wars just never really did it for me. Maybe I saw it at kind of a bad time in my life. I don't know. I will say, obviously, the trilogy, like the original trilogy, has come leaps and bounds since I saw it. I think we talked about this last time. Because that big old spike pit in the Jabba the Hutt one, whichever one that is, now has a monster in it. And it did not have a monster in it when I saw it. So, and I love sci-fi to a degree because I can't watch things like Alien. I can't watch things like Prometheus or Life or, what were those other horrifying sci-fi movies about people What was that one my brother loved? The Void, which I saw an ad for and was like, yep, gonna send that straight to my brother and Wikipedia that plot. There's no way. I've never seen Terminator. I would probably really like Terminator. I've never, yes, and her voice reveal. Andrew has a great voice. I always tell him he would be great in either a podcast. Oh my gosh, he would do so great in a podcast. He needs to do a fishing podcast. A podcast or a radio. He's got a really, or narrating books. He's got a really great voice. All has been pretty well over here. We had a really, this weekend was a worldwide church broadcast. It happens twice a year, and we got to stay home, and Andrew didn't have any meetings, which was really nice. We had 2 broadcasts yesterday, and then we had 2 broadcasts today. They were broadcast just on the church YouTube channel. But yesterday, a lot of the messages really hit really hard. So I had a super emotional day yesterday, like cried multiple times, and it's kind of a long day. But anyway, it's been a good weekend, but I'm ready for Charlotte to go back to school, and I still have to fix some of the lighting in my backdrop for these possible singing YouTube videos and stuff. So I have lots to do, but and I started this game that I think some of us chatted on Discord about it. I started this game called Axiom Verge, and it is so great. Oh my gosh. I got it on sale at the Nintendo eShop and, or in the Nintendo eShop. They have this big old sale going on. I think it's going on until tomorrow night. And I remember like years ago, or I don't know how long it's been out, but there's a second one out. So I remember my brother mentioning it, and I kind of like tucked it away and then forgot about it. But I just started it 2 days ago, and I actually thought, man, I should be streaming this. I should ditch Stardew Valley, and I should be streaming this because this game is awesome, and it's already given me some jump scares. Because it's creepy, but it's like not, I mean, it's pixelated, so, you know, whatever. But it's got this really creepy vibe, and I'm not really sure what's going on. But I'm already like 2 days into it, and so I don't feel like I could really start streaming it because I'm already like past like the beginning, and the expositions kind of already happened. But I'll be honest, I don't quite understand like what's going on. Duet Susie and Ander sings Elton John, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Oh man. Ander would never sing with me. I've tried to get him to sing with me, and he just won't. He's not a singer. He doesn't like singing at all, and he's not super musical. I will say Charlotte has gotten better at singing on pitch. There was a little while there where like back during Twitch Sings, she would sing with me sometimes, and I would be like, this girl cannot find the pitch. But she's gotten better. She's definitely gotten better. Michael says, no worries. I've cried twice since the stream started. Adds up to 5 times for the day. Oh no. I hope that's a joke. I'm sorry if you've had a rough day. That was me yesterday. Not that it was rough, but it was just really emotional. It was filled with a lot of just emotional. And I mean, I've struggled emotionally since we moved, you know, a couple years ago, and since I, you know, quit my job and became a stay-at-home mom. And so every once in a while that dam breaks, and I just kind of have this like, ugh. But anyway, I mean, I felt enlightened yesterday, but listening to these messages and these talks and stuff, but I also felt really emotional. And, you know, there are a lot of things I wish I could do, or, you know, there's a lot of guilt I feel as far as like parenting goes. And I wish there are things I could do more, like stream more, because it fills my bucket. And, you know, but I am also a stay-at-home mom has a husband who works a lot. So the house falls to me most of the time. So if I neglect the things in my house because I want to take time for myself, that's great, but it actually makes things harder for me later on, because if I don't clean the kitchen and Anders not around, nobody else is going to clean the kitchen, and then I just have twice as much work to do. And so I'm like, it wasn't even worth it, because now I'm just doubly stressed out. It's a joke, not to finish your crying. No, I agree. I think a good cry is good every now and again. Remember, I think I told you guys I was going to listen to the Inception soundtrack when I was picking Charlotte up from school, and I like couldn't even do it because I almost started to cry in the car in the pickup line. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't listen to this right now. So I had to shut it off. Which Charlotte took the bus home all this last week, and she did great. She's done great. She loves the bus. She's got a little bus buddy. And I said, what's your bus buddy's name? And she goes, I forget. And I was like, okay, well, Charlotte, you're going to have to learn your bus buddy's name. And she goes, no, I know it. I just forgot it. I was like, okay, we kind of need to know who your bus buddy is. Because if she's roughly around your same age and she lives in our same neighborhood, then we need to know who that is so we can have her over. Oh, diminish. That makes sense. It's okay. I'm not ashamed of crying. I just... this is something that I'm working through, and, I gave up a lot to move here and quit my job, and that I was really happy at and really enjoyed, and gave up a lot of friendships. Me and all my clients were like, we're going to totally keep in touch. And I haven't really kept in touch with a lot of them. And part of that is my fault and part of that is their fault. They could instigate. Whoa, I just hit my mic. They could instigate, but anyway, so it's fine. But it was kind of cathartic yesterday, but I had a lot of emotions kind of running all through my brain. But this week is a new week, and, I do have a lot to be grateful for, but I also have a lot of things I'm still, trying to work on. But Axiom Verge has been great. Finally one night I was just like, you know what? I don't have a game that I play like by myself. The only time I game is when I stream, and I only do that twice a week. And I thought, that is missing. But because of streaming now, every time I start a game, I always think, should I be streaming this? I should be experiencing this with my people, right? I shouldn't be experiencing this alone. But then I have to think to myself, I cannot stream every single game I play. I love you all, but I can't do that because I only get to stream twice a week. So I finally just started it myself, but it's really great. I love the soundtrack. I personally like the pixel art, but that's just me. I thought about cross-stitching something from it, but I thought, oh no, it's too much. It's too, the pixels are so small. I don't think I can do it. There's that big face, the front of the game, or the image that comes up on my Switch screen is like the side of a woman's face. It's like almost like a Terminator face, kind of. It's like what is the word I'm looking for? Not kind of a robot. Cyborg. That's what I'm looking for. And it's a really cool image, but I think it's way too pixely, and the pixels are so small, it would be huge. If you stream a game, you feel the obligation to stream all of the game. That is true. That is true. If you laugh, you think, and you cry, that's a full day. That is also true. Yeah. I don't cry all the time, but sometimes I get really overwhelmed. And then, like I said, you throw in a bunch of spiritual messages, and most of them were uplifting, but it always kind of puts me in check, and I'm like, okay, what could I be doing? What could I be adding to my day to, feel the spirit a little more in my day, or, feel a little more positive, or how can I serve a little more, or whatever. And sometimes that makes me feel guilty, because I'm like, oh gosh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not spending enough time doing this, or I'm not spending enough time doing this, or whatever. But I don't think I don't know. There is always something more I could do. But it is true, with streaming a game, you feel the obligation to stream all of the game. Yeah, I do. I feel, because now I'm like, I could just do a stream of Axiom Verge tonight because I love it. But at the same time, you guys haven't seen the beginning. You guys don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of starting smack bang in the middle of it. So I don't know, but I do see streamers that play different games each time they stream, but these are also streamers that are probably streaming for 6 to 7 hours at a time and have way more freedom and flexibility than I do. I don't know. And I love Stardew Valley because Stardew Valley is close to my heart, and I love Stardew Valley. But I have an ad starting in 3 minutes. So when this ad goes down, I know some of you will see it and some of you won't. But when this ad goes down, I'm going to run to the bathroom really fast, and then I'll come back we'll do some Stardew Valley. But I probably should give me more sci-fi recommendations, sci-fi movie recommendations, because I've never seen Terminator, and I probably should, because I've heard great things about Terminator. And sci-fi, well, I was going to say sci-fi is safer than horror, but I don't know. Because when you mix the two, I remember seeing the Alien Covenant trailer and being like, oh, no, 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 no. I can tell you right now. Nope, 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 nope. And The Void was very, it was very like, it was kind of like, it was like a hospital in a small town and all these figures in hoods, almost like Ku Klux Klan type deals show up, but they have little triangles cut into their foreheads, like into the fabric on their foreheads. You can't see their faces and they all surround. I think there's like a portal to hell or something in the hospital. I don't remember what it is, but I just remember watching the trailer and being like, okay, first of all, I will never watch that movie. Second of all, my brother will totally watch that movie. So I sent him the trailer and sure enough, he watched it and was like, oh, it was so great. You could never watch it, Suze, but it was super great. I was like, yeah, no, I totally know. Whenever a friendship ends for whatever reason, there is always a time of mourning, but there's always friends that I like just as much not too far down the road. I agree with that, because had I still been working, I would not have started streaming and I wouldn't have met all of you guys. Stargate. Oh, that's right. Stargate. We got tired of Stargate because Stargate was the same thing over and over and over and over again. We just couldn't. Like there were I think we watched like the first 3 or 4 seasons and we finally were like, you know what? This is the same thing every G-dang time. Oh my gosh. Babylon 5. I've never seen Babylon 5. It's like Lord of the Rings in space. Well, that sounds exciting. I do love Battlestar Galactica, but I can't do like gory sci-fi like Alien or like, what was that movie? Yeah, with Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds. Was Ryan Reynolds in that? Life, I think. And like Prometheus. There's another movie that my brother watched called Sputnik. I think it was called Sputnik. It's Russian, I think. Okay, my ad's gonna play in 30 seconds. For any of you that are not subscribers or any of you that are on YouTube, it's gonna start in 30 seconds, 20 seconds. I don't make money off of ads, but it's just part of Twitch. It just is what it is. So I'm gonna run to the bathroom really fast, but just a heads up to all of y'all in like 10 seconds. You can watch the Doctor Strange movie. You don't have to be familiar. Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch does that, yeah? Okay. All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I will be right back. I'm gonna do my little right back. Okay, my chat just totally went away and disappeared, but that's okay. Okay, what were you talking about? Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch plays Doctor Strange, right? Personally, oh, I love the Star Treks. I've never seen the original Star Treks, but I loved the most recent Star Trek movies with Chris Pine and what was his name? I couldn't remember his name last time. Zachary Quinto. Yeah. I really loved those ones. And I thought Benedict Cumberbatch did a great job as Khan. Khan? Was that his name? Yes. I really liked those ones. You know what one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time is? Galaxy Quest. Galaxy Quest is one of those kind of, I don't want to say that it's a hidden gem because I think a lot of people have heard of it, but I don't think enough people have seen it or recognize it for what it is. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely hysterical. It's well written, well acted. It's so funny. I love Galaxy Quest. And I think Galaxy Quest is on Hulu right now. If you have a Hulu subscription. I love Galaxy Quest. R.I.P. Alan Rickman. But it's just one of those just gems of movies. It's so fabulous. I absolutely love it. And it's been so long since I've seen it. I have Hulu. I need to watch that. Maybe I'll watch that tomorrow. His name is God. That's right. He has the weirdest, I mean, I'm sorry. I love Benedict Cumberbatch, but he does have kind of a weird face. He's got kind of an interesting, his features are very interesting. He really kind of looks like the Grinch. A good sci-fi show is Superman and Lois. Superman is trying to be a dad to teenage boys. What? I have never heard of this show. Where is this on? What channel? Where? Is it streaming? Speaking of streaming, I asked this in Discord. Anybody heard of the Squid Games on Netflix? Because apparently there's tons of hype over it. It looks horribly brutal, and I probably can't watch it because I think the violence is really severe because it's a made for Netflix. It's rated TV MA. But I hear that it is like fantastic and it's got these awesome plot twists. It's Korean. Superman Lois is on the CW. Oh, so it's on like legit TV. I have never heard of it. Huh. Superman Lois. I should be writing this down. I have a post-it note. Oh, we've got the alphabet written by Charlotte. She did a good job. Her S is backwards. And her J. And some of the letters are capitalized and some of them aren't. Superman and Lois. Babylon. Oh, I've never seen Firefly either. But I've heard really good things about Firefly. Wasn't it canceled and like upset everybody? You can stream all the CW stuff directly on their website. Whoa, really? I did not know that. Huh. Superman and Lois. Oh, Terminator. That's right. You know what I've also never seen? I've never seen Tremors. My brother and my dad love Tremors. And I think even Ander has seen Tremors. Ander is not a movie person. Like, he'll watch movies, but he's not like a super huge movie person. But I've never seen Tremors. And I've heard great things about it, but I've never actually watched it. I probably would really like it. I don't know. Somebody told me once that Guardians of the Galaxy was like a new age Galaxy Quest, and that person was lying. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was okay. I wasn't really like super into Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought it was funny. I thought it was entertaining. I mostly liked the storyline. Was it another Galaxy Quest? No, it was not. And I've actually never seen the second one. Let's see, which Marvel movies have I seen? Speaking of awesome sci-fi movies, I love The Matrix. I've only ever seen the first one, but I love The Matrix. I've seen Captain America 1, 2, and 3. Wait. I've seen Captain America and then Captain America Winter Soldier. So I've only seen 2. I've seen Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy. I've seen The Avengers. I've seen Thor, which I remember zippity zap about. And I haven't seen Doctor Strange. I really loved The Avengers. I'm actually kind of shocked I haven't seen the second one. Or the third. right? Or isn't there a third one at this point? I've waited so long. I haven't seen Black Panther. Haven't seen any of the Spider-Man movies. I haven't seen any of the Spider-Man movies since Tobey Maguire played Spider-Man. Yeah, I know that's a problem. I haven't seen that many, which is odd because I really do like the Marvel Universe, but I just, for some reason, just haven't gotten around to either seeing them or whatever. But I'll tell you what I am seeing this month. I'm going to go see Dune because it looks absolutely fantastic and nobody can tell me otherwise because it just looks insane. I think it looks awesome. Timothy Chevrolet, whatever his name is. So excited. I have a sci-fi movie recommendation. Check out Mitchell's. I love Mitchell's versus the Machines. Oh my gosh. Fresh. You're speaking my language. I thought that movie was absolutely fabulous. Charlotte and I loved it. Ander was like, it was okay. I thought it was hysterical. I loved it. I thought it was clever. I loved the animation. I thought it was great. Highly, highly, highly recommend Mitchell's versus the Machines. Those robots. Oh my gosh. The robots and the dog. Oh, it was so great. It was very unique. I really liked it. I loved the voice acting. I thought everything about it was awesome. Loved Toby as Spidey. He's your fave for that, even though Tom is a close second. You know what I always think about when I think of Tom, what's his face? I always think of his lip sync battle performance where he did Umbrella by Rihanna. It is quite the performance. And I didn't know who he was because I'd never seen the Spider-Man movies. So I didn't know who he was, but I saw this performance of him like with the water and everything. And I was like, who the heck is this person? And they kept calling him Tom. And I was like, I don't know who this is. I don't have a clue who this is. There are 4 Avengers movies. You can skip the second one. Oh no. Okay. Noted. Skip the second. Skip the second. Will I not understand the second? You know what other movie I really like? This isn't super sci-fi, but I really love V for Vendetta. That's a good one. That's more like comic book. Is that DC? No. Shoot, now I can't remember what that is. I think it was originally a graphic novel. But that is one I watch every single year. 5th of November. Every single one. Every single year. I can skip the Andrew Garfield movies, but definitely watch this Into the Spider-Verse. Yes, I've heard great things about the animated one, the Into the Spider-Verse. I think that's on Netflix. Charlotte and I could watch that together. But Charlotte loves the Mitchells versus the Machines. And I personally really liked it as well. I loved the... what was her name? The assistant, the little virtual assistant, kind of like Alexa. I can't remember her name, but I loved her voice acting. She was fabulous. She was so great. There were so many moments in that. They were so funny. Have I heard of Alita the Battle Angel? I have. I'm gonna be honest. Wasn't really feeling the trailer when I saw it. Oh, I've also seen the X-Men. I guess I did see the X-Men. I saw all the X-Men movies, I think. Well, all the ones with Logan. I did not see the actual Logan movie, though. My brother said it would probably not be up my alley because it was a lot more violent. But I saw all the other X-Men, and I liked those. I thought those were really good. But I just don't watch movies these days anymore. I just don't, because I have so many other things I would rather do. I actually, when I saw all this hype about this show called The Squid Games, I was like, okay, maybe I'll, like actually watch a show. But then I watched the trailer, and then I kind of read up on like what, kind of I was totally nerdy and went to IMDb and looked up the parents guide. So it showed like numbers out of 10 versus like language versus violence versus all that stuff, and the violence was pretty high, and I was like, oh. And it was like it's like people against people. Like Stranger Things is people against monsters, right? But Squid Games is people against people, and I was just like, I can't. I couldn't do Walking Dead either. Ugh. Walking Dead had the nastiest special effects. I mean, they were great, but I couldn't do it. Is that still on? Because all good things must come to an end at some point. I mean, I don't know. That's just me, but I do love me some good sci-fi. I really love some good sci-fi, or like some good dystopian, like V for Vendetta. Like, you know, The Matrix is great sci-fi, really good sci-fi. I read a book that was sci-fi a couple years ago. No, it was when we were here. It was probably like I think it was when I was still doing Twitch Sings. It was called Perdido Street Station by... Shoot, now I can't remember their name. It was the craziest, hardest sci-fi I've ever read in my life. I should recommend that to Bishop on Discord because he really likes sci-fi. But it was wild. It was the craziest book. Oh my gosh. I've never read sci-fi that hard. It was totally bonkers. And it would make a sweet movie. It would make a great movie, as most sci-fi stories would. But it was so big and like epic, and it was crazy. I could not believe one person came up with all that stuff. It was absolutely insane. Okay, I think I'm going to switch over to Stardew Valley, but we can absolutely still keep talking about sci-fi stuff because I love sci-fi. My sci-fi is very soft sci-fi, and it's young adult sci-fi. So, you know, whatever. I didn't really think I want to write a young adult novel. It wasn't like that. I just was, you know, like I had this dream. Okay, I'm going to switch over to my game now. Hold on. Give me just a second. It wasn't like I woke up one morning and was like, I want to write a young adult sci-fi. I literally just had a dream, and the dream was the story. And when I thought about writing it, I was like, you know, this is more like, oh, are you mad at me? Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just like, you know what? Did I just hit that with my bat? Okay. Wow. I've been playing Axiom Verge. The buttons are different. Okay. Here's your, hey. Oh, there's an egg. Well, at least they gave me eggs. But when I thought about the story, I was just like, you know what? This is more for young adults. It just is. There's just no getting around it. This is not an adult story. But that's okay. I feel like young adult is safer. Although there are some young adult movies out there that... Can I send you a Japanese sci-fi to your Discord? It's called Woman in the Dune. Absolutely. Please do. Join our Discord, please. We have a good time there. I'm happy you're here. I love sci-fi, and I think I have a channel. I have a channel for book recommendations, and I have a channel for like writing and stories. So if you ever like write your own thing and would like me to read it, give some feedback, you know. I haven't had anybody do that in a long time. I think I started that channel for one person who's not really around anymore. And to be honest, I'm not really sure if that person was completely truthful with all of us. So I don't really know, but I got a chicken statue. Yeah. I'll tell you what Stardew Valley needs. Stardew Valley needs like a UFO sighting. Wait, isn't there like an asteroid that comes and like lands on your farm? There's some wackadoo things that happen on your farm. It's like some really wackadoo things. Oh, I gotta change all my stream info. I love this music. Okay. I think we should go to I don't really have... What is it? It's summertime? I need seeds. Oh, what do I need to plant for the community center? I need to plant melon seeds. Brewers, animal, fall, summer. Okay. Tomato. Reminds me of the scene in Megamind, which is also one of those super underrated animated movies. Megamind is great. Watch it. Highly recommend it. Where he goes, oh, tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Okay, tomato, hot pepper, blueberry, melon. All right, well, that's what we're going to go buy then. Let's go buy all those things. Do I have enough? Oh, I can hear, like in my headphones. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear like bees buzzing and stuff. I hate summer. That's not true. I don't hate summer. I am learning to appreciate fall because summertime, the bugs, and being in Texas, man, it's brutal. Okay. 1, 2, let's do 9 of these. 9 of these. We're going to do like little patches. That makes no sense. I'll show you guys. Wait. How many do I have? Okay, 9. Oh, I don't have enough room. Oh, gee, dang it. What can I get rid of? A torch. Totally. And a maple seed. What are these? Summer seeds. So those aren't strawberries. They look like strawberries, but they are not. Okay, blueberry seeds. 9 and pepper seeds. Don't peppers like radish seeds? Hops. I think I need hops. Plant these in summer. Oh shoot, my inventory is full. Okay, hops are not as important. Yes, they are, because I need them. I gotta go give what's his face this chicken statue. Maybe he can tell me more about it. Oh, thanks, Rumi. Thank you for the resub, Rumi. How are you, Rumi? How's your baby? Gosh, he's coming up on a year. He was your little Christmas bundle. Little pumpkin. I think oh, okay, I already did that. Gunther. Chicken statue. Found it in my farm. Good night, darling. Come give me a kiss.
Papa was watching me scream.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Mwah.
Night.
Love ya. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, my little pumpkin. He is a handful. He is a handful. Okay, how old is he now? So if he's going to be 1 in December, so then he's, what, 10 months? Scorpio's little girl just had a birthday. Little precious. These precious babies. 10 months. So is he walking yet? Because I'm telling you, if he starts walking, just push him down. That's what I say to everybody when I see their kids start learning to walk. I'm like, seriously, push them down. You laugh, but I'm serious. Auden is so close to crawling. Oh my gosh, she's so close. She's gonna do it any day. And then my life will be over. I mean, I'm excited because it's exciting to watch her do that, but at the same time, I'm like, please don't start to walk yet, or start to crawl yet. Ugh. That just makes me so nervous because then she, you know, she can, oh shoot. Crap. What do I get rid of? Oh, I know what I get rid of. I want to craft. No? Yes. Not walking yet. Okay, wait. Prime! Rumi! Everybody's yelling! Yeah, good night, Charlotte. I have to mount the TV to the wall because I don't want him to stand and shake the entertainment center. Yes. Yep, I know. It's baby-proofing things is super intense. Super intense. We'll have to do that soon as well. And like in our old apartment, we had, you know, we had hard floors and now we have carpet. So I'm terrified she's gonna, well, and with Stixel, I'm terrified she's gonna like bring something in and Auden's gonna choke on it. Stixel is a mess. Okay. We're gonna do stuff here. I hear that if you plant things in this way, you potentially can get one big giant crop. Wait. I want fertilizer? Yeah. That's what I want. This is gonna take me all day, literally. Watch. I'm going to plant 2 little patches, and then it's going to be like, it's 9 o'clock. It's time for you to go to bed. Dang. Sure, we'll do tomatoes here. And give it a scarecrow. Boop. Okay. Let's do it again. Yes. Get some clay while I'm at it. Ooh, I'm gonna need more speed grow. I'm gonna need more speed grow. You know, what I really need speed grow for is those melons. They take forever to, like, mature. Oh yeah, I have to water all these bad boys. One year is very exciting. That's coming up in December. Are you guys gonna do a smash cake for him? Can I? Oh, yes, I can. That is fantastic. That is overshooting it, but okay. We tried to do a smash cake for Charlotte on her first birthday, and she was such a lady. She did not want to get her hands messy. We ended up like smearing it all over her face because we were like, get messy, dang it. We need pictures. She did not want to. What do I need for one of these bad boys? Wood, coal, fiber. Do I not have any coal? Well, crap. What I do need... How much... Oh, my fertilizer is out. I need more fertilizer. Depends on his allergy test results. Oh, that does make sense. That does make sense. We did get some super cute pictures of Charlotte with the cake. But she was not interested in smashing it. Lewis, looking for your shorts, buddy. You know, you can tell me where you last... Oh, hello. I'm trying to woo Elliot. Oh, dear. My shoes are filled with sand. That's the trouble with living on the beach. You could come live at my house. One of these days. One of these days. One of these days. I need some speed grow. Oh, yeah. I don't have just, like, unlimited funds. Crap. 8, 9. I'm used to, like, my old games where I just had, like, so much money. I could just buy whatever the heck I wanted. Yeah, no. These are not those days. I'm kind of not... Is it crazy? I'm kind of not looking forward to listening to this Harry Potter book. Book 5 is really hard. Oh, speaking of books... Whoop, whoop. Book 5 is rough. It is rough. Not my fave. I'm gonna be able to fit my stuff here, right? Yes, okay. Okay, we're gonna plant... How much money do I get from eggs? I have 2 eggs in that shipping bin. It's $4.10. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, no. I have blueberries. I still have to do blueberries. Do blueberries keep producing? I can't remember. I know peppers do. Oh, Charlotte has a crush. I haven't told Ander. But Charlotte has a crush, which I think is adorable. I was boy crazy when I was a small child. I still remember my first crush's name. Oh, wait, can I make... What is that? Does that make No, does that make... Wait. What does that make? Does that make coal? Oh, I don't have a... Oh, yes, I do. Turn 10 pieces of wood into 1 piece of coal. Well, I'll be darned. I actually need some coal. Do I have... Oh, yes, I do. Look at that. Oh, nope, because I need 1 coal. Dang it. Okay, well... And tomorrow is school picture day. So tonight we flat ironed her hair. That's what she wanted for her pictures. I was like, well, that's not really what you look like normally, but okay. So I flat ironed her hair. She's gonna be so stinking cute. My baby's all grown up and it's having school picture day. I'm kind of like verklempt. What else did I need for that? Coal. What? Did I need wood? Yes, yes, yes. Sweet. But I need speed grow. Gee, dang it. I don't have enough money. I need to go fishing. Here's my coal. So I can stick it straight in there. Boom. Can't I craft speed grow? With things I totally do not have. Okay. Yep. Cool. Awesome. 6:30? Sweet. I have just enough time to go catch some fish. Tendies! How much were chickens? How many chickens can I have in a coop? In a small coop? Can I have 4 chickens in a small coop? I want to say chickens are 800. So I don't have quite enough. Chickens, speed grow. Chickens, speed grow. I don't like these. I don't like, wow. I don't like those choices. Dang it. Yearbook pictures are brutal if the picture comes out horrible. That is true. Okay, wait, Brandon. Are you James Pond? Or is that somebody else? Oh gosh. Because you just posted in Discord and I was thinking, maybe they're the same person. Or are you a different person? That's the problem with YouTube and Twitch is sometimes people have different names. Like Jordachi is like the Merry Band or whatever on YouTube. And I'm always like, do I know you? Okay. Awesome. Because I was like, I just want to make sure I'm talking to the right person. That I'm not talking to you like you're a stranger. Oh. You know, once you get one of those little trash thingy dingies to make your trash into treasures, basically, it's actually... what does the newspaper make? I think the newspaper just makes a torch. But I'm pretty sure you can make quartz or something from, like, broken glasses or something? No. It's some sort of quartz. I can't remember what it is. Here, fishy, fishy. Fishy, fishy! Have I turned that into the... Oh, I can't tell. Dang it. Gee, dang. Have I turned that into the community center? I know I need one. I think I have. Let's go Brandon is the hottest meme on Twitter. Really? I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know these things. I'll live my Twitter life vicariously through you. Let's go Brandon. Oh, I just got 2 breams. Are they like good breams? Like iridium breams? I need to throw some stuff away. Gabbage. Gabbage. Oh, one is gold. Star. I think the last time I did this game, I tried to age wine in my cellar. And I think it took an entire month for my wine to age to the purple star, which is oh, this is a pike. Or a catfish. Catfish in rivers? I can't remember. I'll have to ask Gander. No, I think catfish is lake. Oh, I think this is a pike. Or a blobfish. How to get an octopus in a blobfish, I do not know. The lava eel is dang near impossible. I don't know how you're supposed to do it. So, that's not gonna happen. Money, 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 money! I'm going to turn that bream in. I don't remember if I put my other bream in the community center. Okay, I guess I can put my fiber, oh, I need to plant all these too. I guess I don't need speed grow for those. Check out First Man, satisfyingly old-fashioned film that deserves to become the definitive moon landing movie starring Ryan Gosling. He plays Neil Armstrong. Ooh. That actually sounds really good. First Man. Have I heard of that? I don't think I have. I love getting movie recommendations. I just can't guarantee that I'll watch them. Tendies. Good boy, Tendies. Oh, I just got a decorative bowl off my... Okay. Go night. Yeah, I love good sci-fi. Oh, I can get a spinner and a trap bobber. Those do help. Those help a lot. 476. So I think I have enough money to buy some speed grow. Maybe. From Pierre. Hey, it's Raya! We do not have Beanlet yet. I'm trying to get Beanlet. I really want Beanlet. Oh, wait. I should be harvesting... what's it called? I should be harvesting hardwood. Shoot. Gee, dang it. I forgot about that. I want Beanlet so badly because I walk so slow everywhere. Beanlet. Scorpio mentioned on Discord that I should, if I create like a, well, we were talking about Kalulu baby onesies. And I was like, yeah, no, Stream Elements and the Stream Elements merch and the, what's it called? Not Stream Elements, Stream Labs do not allow you to, they don't have baby clothes. And he mentioned something about, you can name your enterprise Beanlet Enterprises. And I was like, Beanlet! Oh my gosh, I love Beanlet so much. That is the greatest name. Seriously, I think Beanlet is the greatest name I've ever come across for an animal or for any character, really, in a game. Beanlet. Oh, it's gonna take me forever. I think I need 100 pieces of hardwood. Oh, wait. Can I go to that special little forest place down by the wizard's house? Because I think there's hardwood all year round down there. What time does Pierre's open? 9? I need Beanlet. I walk too slow. I need my horse. Well, I do have 2 chickens. I named a chicken Pork and a chicken Mooncake. All food. Oh, a spiceberry. Oh, no, wait. Never mind. That's not what I thought it was. A Dorado. 800. Oh. A rabbit's foot. Yeah, no. Coming to this lady poor is not a very good idea. I think I bought a rare seed from her, which was kind of stupid. Yeah, I think you can. I think you can get over here. Oh, nope. Gee, dang it. No, you can't. Dang. Okay. So I'm supposed to upgrade my axe. I think I need iron. No. Copper, iron. Yes, iron. I think I need... You are honored. Yes. We talk about Beanlet pretty much every time. The name comes up. Then once I get my horse, I'm going to say... How many times can I say Beanlet? Beanlet. We're coming. I just need 100 pieces of hardwood, which is a lot. Oh, I need to go give love to my chickens. And then we'll go get some speed grow. Chicky. How many chickens can you have? I think you can have 4. Okay. Can I make a mayonnaise machine? Oh, I can. I need an earth crystal, a copper bar, stone. Because I think mayonnaise gets you more monies than... Did they only give me 1 egg? Did I miss the other egg? What? Oh, I have geodes to crack open too. Man, I can't keep it all straight. There's so much to do in this game. Holy. No, there was only 1 egg. Okay, fine. One of the chickens hated me overnight. Okay. I can deal with that. That's fine. Raya, do you like sci-fi? We've been talking about sci-fi movies. / books. I don't see lots of movies these days. I'm too tired. I'll just fall asleep. And Andrew just doesn't remember them. Like, he can come out of a movie and be like, I literally don't remember anything about that movie. I remember I liked it, but I don't really remember anything about it. And I'm like, man, what is that like? I actually really wish I had that ability, because then I could watch movies over and over again and always be surprised. But he just, wow, I am so close to being like 0 money. I certainly don't have anything against sci-fi, but I don't know that I'd necessarily consider myself a big sci-fi fan. Okay, what about fantasy? Do you like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, stuff like that? We had a big discussion about Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings earlier on whether Dumbledore or Gandalf would win in a duel. We never really reached a conclusion. Oh, because we threw Darth Vader. We threw Darth Vader in the mix. Yeah, I don't know. He's got the dark side. Yeah, not a huge Star Wars fan, but I don't know. Maybe I just need to give it another chance. I've heard very mixed things about the whole, like, you know, the newer ones, not the new ones, with like Rey, is that her name? Rey? But I'm talking the ones with Ewan McGregor. I've just heard, and Natalie Portman. I've just heard they're not, I don't know. That's just me. Well, Gandalf is literally a what? How do you even pronounce that? I don't know what that is. Maiar? So are you saying he would win? I lean toward Dumbledore. Fresh also leaned toward Dumbledore. And Michael. Michael hasn't read the Harry Potter books, though. Not that that really discounts anything. What? I only got 3 hops? Oh, I thought I got 4. I am so smart. SMRT. Can I put them like right here, or can I not dig in that shadow? Oh, nope. Oh, I know. I'll put them right here. Maybe? Oh, but then they're gonna... maybe I can put them right here, because then they won't block the way of my... other crops, so I can see what's behind them. You can't have till dirt with nothing in them. Right? No. I've got an ad starting in 4 minutes, just FYI, for those of you that will see these ads. And I am sorry. I wish I didn't have ads. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. What do I need to do? I need to go fish so I can get money. Because I have no money. J-Hops is going with Vader. Oh, he's not even human. Okay, that does kind of make sense. I did not know that. I've read the Lord of the Rings books, but that somehow never came across to me. Raya is a Harry Potter fan. Yes, that makes me very happy. I'm currently listening to Harry Potter for the umpteenth time. I'm on book 5. We just met Luna, who is easily one of my favorite characters. I love Luna so much. You're Harry Potter. I know I am. I love Luna. She's so great. I think one of the most kind of crazy Luna, weird, uncomfortable, but also kind of endearing scenes with her is when in book 6, when she asks, are we doing DA meetings this year? And Harry's like, well, there's kind of no reason. Like, Umbridge is gone. And, you know, and she goes, oh, I really liked the DA meetings. It was kind of like having friends. Poor Luna. Luna needs more love. She's definitely one of my favorites. Oh, we got a treasure. Treasure. I did not love the actress who played Luna in the movies. I got an ornamental fan. Some copper ore. Definitely had a crush on Luna. That actually makes me really happy. Like movie Luna or book Luna? Luna's awesome. I was just reading those comics I found online. That girl does, there's some girl, I don't think, you can buy her books, her comic books on Etsy. But I don't know if she's updating the comics now, but she does comics of scenes from the Harry Potter books that were not in the movies. And one of them is when Harry asks Luna to the Slughorn's party, and one of his eyebrows is yellow. I don't remember why. But she's like, go to a party with you? I'd love to go. Should I dye my eyebrow yellow too? She's just super real. I love Luna. She's really sweet. Of course, her dad's kind of bonkers, but I haven't seen movies 4 through 8. I've only seen them once a piece, so I don't really remember a whole lot. But I do love Luna. Did I ever hear the legend about how the actress for Luna got the role? I did not. The legend has it. I love Luna. And you know, I feel like I have read, I think I have listened to, I must have listened to books 1 through 3 more often than the rest of the books. I guess I must have gotten them later or something, because I don't remember a lot about the narration in books 5. Hey, Marnie. It's a Friday. You can catch me at the saloon most nights. Animals are great company, but I need to spend time with people too. I'm right back at you. I hear that. I hear that. But I don't really remember a lot about the narration in books 5 through 7. But Stephen Fry does a great job. I prefer Stephen Fry over Jim Dale. I don't have anything against Jim Dale. I just prefer Stephen Fry's narration over Jim Dale. Okay. Oh, I never went and took that bream. Let's go do that. What time is it? 5:50? Okay. I think he closes at 6. Gunther? I think so. Somebody's open later, though. Who is it that's open later? Somebody's open till 7. But in the time it takes me to walk all the way over there, I don't think it's worth it. I'll just wait until tomorrow. I need Beanlet. Where is Beanlet? I guess I should be picking these things up because I can sell them. Fish. I think I've turned a bream in. What do I need? Tiger trout. Oh, see? Yeah. So, lava eel, totally not gonna happen. Scorpion carp, doable. Octopus, blobfish, maybe. I'm assuming they're both in the ocean. I think blobfish are saltwater fish, aren't they? Yes, because then they live really, really deep. Night fishing. Oh, I think that was it. Bream, yeah, right there. Okay, sweet. Got it. Who else did I really like the acting choice in Harry Potter? The Harry Potter movies. I didn't love the whole cast, but Lucius Malfoy was really good. I didn't love Remus Lupin. I mean, he was okay. Moody was okay. The Weasley twins were okay. Umbridge, Argus Filch, he was really good. He was really, really good. Wasn't he the same actor who played... He played some really awful character in Game of Thrones. Like, awful, awful character. Okay. 7:30? I guess, oh. It's like my energy is like almost half gone, over half gone. Do I just go to bed? Can I make another scarecrow? I guess I need more wood. I need all the things. I need so many things. So many things. This just shouldn't take quite as long, right? Wow, it still takes forever. I'm just waiting for the day they do a Harry Potter series so they can, like, why didn't they include Peeves? Like, Michael, do you even know who Peeves is? You haven't read the books? Do you know who Peeves is? Because he actually plays quite a bit of a role in the stories. I don't know. That irritated me that they didn't include Peeves. Why? Why wouldn't you include Peeves? Ugh, there were so many things that they changed that really, really irked me. Harry and Ginny's first kiss. Book version, freaking fantastic. Great. One of my favorite scenes out of the whole series. And honestly, they just did movie Ginny dirty anyway. Book Ginny was so much better than movie Ginny. They just didn't give her a lot of screen time. You just didn't have a whole lot of time because they were so limited. Okay, now it really is time to go. What is a Peeve? Well, Peeves is a poltergeist that lives at the castle, and he is horrible. He's so awful. Honestly, the more times I listen to the Harry Potter books, I'm like, dude, why did Dumbledore let Peeves stick around? I don't understand. Because Peeves at least listened to Dumbledore. He listens to Dumbledore and he listens to the Bloody Baron, and that's pretty much it. Do you even know who the Bloody Baron is? Do they even go into the ghosts in the movies? Come by the shop and check out the new rods I'm selling. They're the best money can buy. And if you can customize them with different kinds of tackle. Hope to see you soon. Do you think what am I doing? Do you think if I start giving Willie a bunch of like gifts and stuff, he'll give me discounts on rods? Because I don't think I have the money to buy any of his rods right now. Because that would be stupendous. I don't have the money for anything. Yeah, Peeves is a poltergeist, and he gets Harry into trouble sometimes because he's always causing trouble, and he's awful. What does it say in the first book? It says Peeves is worth 2 locked doors and a trick staircase if you run into him. Whoops. Like while you were on your way to class. Barons, okay, so each house has a ghost. So Nearly Headless Nick is the Gryffindor ghost. The Bloody Baron is the Slytherin ghost. The Grey Lady is the Ravenclaw ghost, and the Fat Friar is the Hufflepuff ghost. But I don't think they go into any of that in the movies. You only meet Nearly Headless Nick because he's the Gryffindor ghost, and because in like the second movie he's not petrified, but he would have been. No, he would have died, I guess. Nearly Headless Nick plays a pretty big role. The other ghosts, kind of. But, we need to go to the mines. Let's go to the mines. Let's, like, offload some things. Maybe. Like that. And this rusty old sword. And clay. And my eggs. I need to sell my eggs. But the Bloody Baron is one of the only characters Peeves will listen to. But Peeves just gets everybody into trouble. Maybe you can just bat those eyelashes at Willie a few times and he will give you a discount on fish. You know, I wondered if you could actually woo Willie, and I don't think you can. I don't think you can marry Willie. Which is a shame. Because he would be my first pick, honestly. I mean, I married a fisherman in real life. I don't like fish, but I'm drawn to the fisherman. What can I say? Can I do lashes in this game? Yeah, I could set up a little table. It's weird. I don't miss doing lashes as much as I used to before I like did them here at the house and tried it out. And then I started, I did it for a little while and then I was like, this is not what I want to do. It's although I guess I do kind of miss like being in a salon and having a clientele and having everything done for me, like having all my clients like scheduled for me and all that stuff. That was great. And I guess I do kind of miss that. But I tried doing lashes out of my house and just was not my jam. I'd rather stream. Streaming doesn't make me money, but every once in a while I'll get a payout, but not like doing lashes. But it fills my bucket. And it's something I can do without any overhead. Well, not anymore. It's easy when you stream to be like, oh, I'll just buy one of those webcams, and that's only this much money. And then before you know it, you've spent a lot of money. It's easy to get carried away. What was I looking for? An earth crystal. Oh. I need a stronger pick, but I don't want to give my pick up for like 3 days. That does not sound ideal. That is less than ideal. Yeah, I don't think you can marry Willie. That's a shame. Looking for a ladder. Anywhere there's a ladder. Gosh, how have I not found... I have a whole folder of stuff on my computer of 8-bit... 8-bit cross-stitch. Oh my gosh. 8-bit cross-stitch. Nobody clipped that. I don't cuss, ever. It was an accident. I have a whole folder of like pixel art that I want to cross stitch, and I don't have any Stardew stuff in there. It is a family friendly stream. I'm so sorry, you guys. It was a total accident. Oh my gosh. Oh, stay away. Get out of town. Get out of town. Hey, there's Cole. This is a family friendly stream. Oh gosh, there's 2. Oh jeez. We're always making, like, we're always cracking up about all my like my church swears. And I go and say something like that. Wow, 3? How do I even choose? TOS Susie, I never thought I would see you cuss. I'm so honored. No money streaming? Looks like I gotta buy more Kalulu shirts. No, I mean, I do. I get payouts every once in a while from subscriptions or whatever, but I don't want anybody to feel like they have to buy anything or subscribe or anything like that, because I do this because I enjoy it and because I like hanging out with you guys, not because it gets me any sort of money by any means. Woohoo! Oh, did I make it? Okay, I never use the slingshot. Ever. It's awkward. Yeah, no, it's awkward. I don't like it. More of a melee person. I think I've cussed once. I think I accidentally cussed once on stream before now. I can't remember what it was though. I feel like I clipped it. But now I can't remember what it is. Wow, these rocks are way too hard for me. Reach the bottom. The bottom. Oh, that's right. You can reach the bottom. It's the other place that, like, there's no bottom, right? I swear there's no bottom. Oh, yeah. It happens every once. 8-bit cross stitch. Wow. 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 You know what I was trying to say, gosh dang it. I'm happy by myself, you know. I don't need new friends. Okay. What if I give you some coal? What if I give you a spice berry? This is a great gift. Thank you. You're welcome. Here, Maru, you have a spice berry too. Thanks. Here, I'll talk to you. Hey, have any interesting farm stories to tell me? No, but I could tell you some... Guess not. I could tell you some farm puns. Like, well, like, I'm trying to name my Stardew streams but farming puns. Like, scarecrows are outstanding in their field. Today's is, I'm up at the quack of dawn to feed my ducks. I don't have any ducks. Not yet. I love ducks. Here, have these. Hey, how'd you know I was hungry? This looks delicious. Wait, wasn't that a flower? I went to the beach last night after dark. Sometimes you can see strange lights bobbing over the sea. Or maybe that was just a dream I had. It doesn't feel real anymore. Maybe there are UFOs in Stardew. All I know is that dog down there has red eyes. So that's kind of, that's a little frightening. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on in Stardew. There's like a witch. There's a fairy that comes and visits you every once in a while, maybe sometimes. There's like an asteroid that lands on your farm. There are monsters. Yeah, this place is cray cray. Oh, we were gonna go see Gunther. Okay, I can make it there. I need beanlet. Where's my beanlet? Oh no. I need to upgrade my axe, which I need iron for, which I need a stronger pickaxe so I can go down deeper in the mines. Oh my gosh. It's so overwhelming. Hey. The flowing water keeps my house a little bit cooler in the summer. I can't tolerate heat very well. I hear that. Totally hear that. Wait, no, did I miss the bad words? I had to go wash dishes real quick. Yeah, I accidentally said a bad word. I do not cuss ever. I don't feel the need to cuss ever in my life. And I accidentally said a bad word. I was trying to say 8-bit cross stitch. Oh. I will send you tell us the story about how your brother saw a UFO. Oh, that's right. My brother did see a UFO. Oh, I need to talk to you people. Everybody, talk to everybody. Farming sounds so boring. What do you even do all day? Snoop around in your room. I take care of animals named after food. Actually, that's what I do. I like to explore the caves. Sounds like a lot of work. You two belong together. You know that, right? You and Alex? I smell a barbecue. That's just Haley. Dang, I could go for a burger. Okay. Me too, actually. Oh, no, is he? Oh, okay. Yes. I'm sure somebody can find you the clip, either on YouTube or whatever. What do farmers use to make crop circles? I don't know. What do farmers use? Yeah, that was, I mean, it was pretty like blatant. I feel like I'm blushing. Am I blushing? Hey, Marnie. Have you been to that strange tower west of my house? One time I heard this terrible, otherworldly noise coming from there. It's not that far, Marnie. You can go check it out. Protractors. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Protractors. My brother claims he saw a UFO. He said he saw something in the sky that was like a bunch of lights, and they'd all come together and become one light, and then they would like separate and become a bunch of different lights, and then they'd come all together and become one light again, and they'd separate. And I overheard him telling my mom about it, and I like had nightmares that night. So I was like, oh my gosh, we're all gonna die. The idea of just, you know, other aliens or, you know, a UFO or whatever, oh, freaked me out. Totally freaked me out. Okay, what do I need to do for my pick? I need money, first of all. How much does it cost? 2,000? I think it's 2,000. I don't have 2,000. But I have 7 coal. Woohoo. Good on me. Oh, but I have all these geodes. Oh, but that costs money too. Gee, dang it. I need a copper pick so I can go down and get iron, so I can strengthen my axe, so I can go get more hardwood, so I can get beanlet. Dang it. Okay. Well, right now, there's too much going on in my head, so I just need to go to bed. Well, I guess my energy's really low too. Yeah. Oh, did I not? Oh, wow. I made like 0 money. Great. Awesome. Cool. Fantastic. Apparently I need to spend all day fishing so I can get something. Okay. Could make a mayonnaise. Oh no, I need an earth crystal to make a mayonnaise machine. Yeah, I'm kind of amazed. I don't have any Stardew Valley 8-bit pictures. I just started a new one today, and it's coming along very nicely, and I'm very excited about it. I will show you guys when it's done. I'm doing small ones, although I'm working on a bigger one kind of between the smaller ones. But I'm doing small ones because I have this picture, like I have them, well, I have my Shovel Knight done, and then I did the Watcher from Horizon Zero Dawn, and both of those are small. And so I was framing them individually, but then I found a frame. I was given a frame by my mom that has a bunch of little 4x6 frames in it. It's like one big frame, but it has a bunch of little ones. And I thought that's what I should put them all in instead of framing them all individually. So, but I need to like finish a couple more cross stitches before I, before I hang them in that frame. I don't want to like half the frame to be empty. But this one's coming along nicely. Matching colors is really hard. I just go to Hobby Lobby and stand in front of all the embroidery thread. Just stand there, matching colors forever. I feel like I can never get them perfect. I had a date planned the other day with the farmer, but he bailed. Yes. Oh my gosh, these puns are so great. Dang it, I wish you were on Discord, Raya. You'd have to, you send them to me and whisper them to me on Twitch so I can keep these in my back pocket for future Stardew Valley streams. Guys, Metroid Dread comes out this week. What is it, on Friday? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Although I will not lie, it looks incredibly anxiety-inducing. It looks so stressful. Whew. I don't think I'm gonna play it. I don't think I'm gonna stream it like right off the bat. I'll still do a little bit of Stardew, but I'll stream it sometime this month. And we'll see where my Channel Point Community Challenge gets us too, because I think we have Little Nightmares coming as well, which I'm also nervous about. Like, I've already had jump scares with Axiom Verge. I'm such a weenie. I know, the puns are so great. I could keep them in a folder. What? In a folder? The puns? I have, all my well, I have, like, I looked up, oh gosh, I've looked up all sorts of I love pixel art. I really love pixel art. And I have all sorts of pixel art pictures from different games like Horizon Zero Dawn and Journey and Ori and the Blind Forest. I've got Studio Ghibli pixel art, Calvin and Hobbes pixel art, Okami pixel art, Final Fantasy VII pixel art, and I have no Stardew Valley. What gives? It's like the pixel art. What would I do? I should do a poll. Luckily, Stardew Valley is pretty uncomplicated. Not a lot of colors and stuff, so it's not like I'd be like, I have a pixel art I found of Cass from Breath of the Wild, which is fantastic. I have a couple really good Breath of the Wild pixel art saved. I really like this one of Cass, but he's got a lot of colors in him, so that's going to be one awesome trip to Hobby Lobby. And of course, you know, embroidery floss comes in every shade, so you're just trying to find the one that matches your picture. And then, of course, I'm only using, you know, I'm not using a whole thing of embroidery floss, so I have tons of colors left over, but whatever. Luckily, cross stitch and embroidery is super cheap. That embroidery floss is super cheap, so I don't feel bad about it. I don't know what got me started on it. It was just, oh, bye, Raya. Thank you for being here. It was so good to see you. I just lost my fish. You are worth it, Raya. You are worth it. You are worth a fish. I'll take it. She had to fail. Write these down. I'm not the greatest at coming up with puns. It's 10:40. Okay, we're just gonna keep fishing. Fishing. I guess I should probably. Do you think fish that come from the ocean give me more money? Oh, what? Yeah, okay. That just wasn't gonna happen. Although, oh, is Willie closed on Sunday? I think he is closed on Sundays. Because if I fish at the ocean, I can just walk up and sell him all my fish and just keep fishing and my inventory doesn't fill up. But I think he's closed on Sundays. The scoundrel. I'm just kidding. I actually think businesses should be closed on Sundays. I think it gives them an opportunity to be with family and Emily usually cooks dinner, but she makes weird food like, what is that, quinoa? I think that's how you pronounce it, right? I think I only learned how to pronounce quinoa like 4 years ago. I got these new shoes yesterday because my old pair had a brown smudge. I just threw them into the garbage. I would have donated them, but I don't like the idea of some weirdo wearing my shoes, you know? Yeah, you know what, Alex? You do not... I don't really like talking to you. You do not really offer a whole lot for me. I mean... Now, Elliot, he's an intellectual. He's romantic. He would never... I don't know. Elliot is just much better spoken. Speaking of the devil, you came all the way here just to talk to me? How kind. Do you like fish, Elliot? Because I got a lot of fish on me. Would you like an egg? Oh, a present. Thank you. He did like an egg. Ahoy! Come in, make yourself at home. What? That's good stuff there. The fish go crazy for it. Just, make sure to wash your hands after dipping them in those juices. Yikes. Why do we have a cutscene here? I don't feel like I've ever seen this cutscene. The aroma has been known to linger for up to 7 weeks, miss. What? So, you've been catching a lot of fish? Yes, it's the only way I have to make money. Yes. Oh, that's so cute. Aha, a lady after me own heart. Can you marry Willie? Dude, if you can marry Willie, I'm down. You can always count on a lady who fishes. Can you? That's what me old pappy used to say, at least. Haha. Well, keep it going. If you can catch every fish in these waters, I've got a special prize waiting for you. Oh, no. That is not going to happen, good sir. Aren't those kind of the same thing? Aren't those kind of asking the same question? What's wrong? Well, business has been tough lately. It all started about the same time that old community center fell to ruin. Me fish just don't sell like they used to. I've been working double time just to make ends meet. No time for me own projects. But if things pick back up around here, I might have time to show you something. What? Yep, she's back there, an old friend that's seen better days. Oh, now I know why I haven't seen this cutscene. Because I got the update before... No. I got the update after my farm had already started and all that stuff. Someday, miss, you'll see what I mean. Because I was going to say, I never got this cutscene. I downloaded the update, like, mid-game. I will sell you fish, good sir. Fish. And an oyster. Just one oyster. Actually, I think if you sell directly to them, instead of putting it in your shipping bin, I think they, like, appreciate it more or something. So I'm playing my own game during the stream, and I'm mostly listening, but you read the dialogue so convincing, Mr. Fish, so convincingly, like, oh no, Susie, what happened to your shoes? Maybe I should stick voice acting in my tags. I try, you know, that is something I'm actually really proud of Charlotte for. When I talk to, what? Please bless this is an octopus. That would make my life so much easier. Oh my gosh, this is stressful. What are you? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No. Oh my gosh, please bless. This is totally not an octopus. An octopus would be all... Oh gosh. Oh, we were so close. All over the place. What is this? Okay. Wow. I should probably... Wait, does the game tell you... like, after you catch a fish, does it tell you when and where you can catch that fish again? Or do I need to be, like, keeping a log of that myself? Because I can't keep straight when you catch certain fish and when they're, like, what's night fish and what's not. Ooh! It's a red mullet. So I had a parent-teacher conference with Charlotte's teacher, and she was like, her reading is really great. She's above average in her reading. And she said she reads aloud really, really well. She has great intonation. She's you know, animated, and you can always tell when she switches characters. She's got voices for characters and stuff. And I was like, it's my girl. That's the way I read, because that's the way my dad read to me. I'm a firm believer in reading to your kids as often as you can. We started reading to Charlotte every night. That was part of our bedtime routine. So nap time, bedtime, whatever. We always read 2 stories, little board books, you know, when she was really little. And I don't think it's ever too early. And obviously it's stuck. So that makes me really proud. I'm really proud of her. Trash. I'm cleaning up the waters for you all here. I think there are like these legendary fish, I think, and I think one of them is in the ocean. Wow, I am okay. So does it tell you? Wait, collections. Okay. Fish. It says a small silver fish found in the ocean, but it does not say... Oh, what? I didn't know those came in the... Those went into your, like, journal or whatever. So it doesn't tell you what season, though. Okay, well, that would be very helpful. Concerned Abe. If you don't mind. Hold on. Do I need any of these in the community center? Because... Masterfish, crab pot, ocean fish. No. Crab pot? I don't think I've ever caught a shrimp. What is this? A periwinkle. Okay. All right, so I can sell all these. How many of you guys are buying Metroid Prime? Metroid Dread? Just sometime this month. Anybody? Anybody? I am very excited. You know what? I am going to eat myself a snack. And fish a little more because I need monies. Well, that didn't give me much. But okay. That's all right. I'll take it. Woo! Oh, gosh. Dang it, what was that? Oh, I hate losing fish. So curious. I think the legendary fish look different on this screen, though. So I think you can tell. I think the legendary fish in the... Oh, I need that for the community center. Metroid, yes. J-Hop's birthday's this month. Yes! Good for you. You deserve it, man. Happy birthday this month. An October birthday. I'm really grateful Charlotte has a September birthday because we just give her Halloween decorations for her birthday. And then our house is decorated for Halloween. By the time she moves out to college, which, by the way, she's told me she's never going to college. She's told me she's never going to college. She's never getting married. She's never getting a job. She's never moving out. She's just going to live here with me forever. And I just say, okay, that's fine. But judging by the fact that she already has a crush, she'll meet some boy. Give Andrew a heart attack. Poor guy. My poor dad. Oh my gosh. I was so boy crazy. I didn't get into trouble. I just really loved being around boys. Boys were so much less dramatic than girls. Oh my gosh. I was so much more willing to hang out with boys. And I had lots of, I mean, this makes me sound really awful. I didn't realize this at the time, but I had so many guys I just considered friends because I liked spending time with them, and they weren't dramatic, and I didn't have any problems with them, and they didn't hold grudges against me, and they didn't judge me for what I wore, or, you know, they weren't catty. They were just really super cool guys. Wow. Excuse me. Willie. Thanks. That was weird. It was really uncomfortable. Oh my gosh. But I had all these friends that I considered, you know, these guys that I considered friends. And looking back on it, I don't think guys and girls at that age can just be buddies. I think realistically, they probably all kind of had feelings for me, but none of them ever jumped on it. And I think that's probably the case with most. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. But I think that's the case with most junior high / high school. And obviously there are always exceptions. Hey, look who it is. Do you like fish? Can I give you fish? I'm busy, can't you tell? No, you are just walking. I totally agree. J-Hops, you deserve it. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. I'm super excited about Metroid Dread, even though it looks really, really stressful. But you know, I remember seeing a video on YouTube where this guy was interviewing all these girls on a college campus, and he was like, so, is it possible for girls in college and high school to just be friends with guys? And she was like, yeah, totally. And he interviewed all these girls and was asking them all the same question. You know, is it possible for girls and guys to be just friends in like junior high, high school, college? And they were like, yeah, of course, I've got tons of guy friends. And they were like, okay. And then they went and interviewed boys, and they were like, is it possible to be just friends with girls? And the guys were like, no, it's not. And the guy was like, what? Why? Why isn't it possible? And they said, because inevitably feelings will always develop. And most of the time, those feelings don't go both ways. So this guy goes back to the girls he interviewed, and he's like, okay, so you have all these guy friends, right? Do you think that any of these guy friends would jump at the chance to date you if they were given the chance? And the girl thought about it and was like, yeah, I think they probably would. And he goes, okay, so can you still say that, are you still saying that guys and girls can just be friends? And she was like, yeah, totally. And he was like, no, no, they can't. At least not at that age. I mean, maybe, like I said, everybody's different, but I feel badly that in my like junior high and high school, I think some of my guy friends probably thought maybe if they just kind of stuck around. I was never romantically interested in them though. No, I didn't mean to friend zone anybody. I just wasn't romantically interested in them, but I liked spending time with them. They were nice and they weren't dramatic. There's definitely something to be said about the dynamic of same-sex friendships versus boy-girl friendships. I usually liked being friends with girls because they are less likely to be buttholes. Yes, see? That's what I'm saying. Girls can be really catty. So, like, for me, I had a hard time with friends a lot of times because they're just so dramatic about everything, and fights would break out between us, and girls fight dirty. So, I don't know. I had a hard time with it, but okay, I think I can go and upgrade my pick tomorrow morning. That would be stupendous. But I just liked hanging out with guys. But I was also super boy crazy, and I just liked being around boys. My poor dad. Worried all the time. Like I said, I never got into any trouble, but I'm sure he worried all the time. Poor guy. Probably gave him a lot of gray hairs. So sorry. Do I have crops yet? Oh, I do! So exciting. Peppers! Oh, I think Shane really likes this pepper recipe that I don't have the recipe for yet. I don't even have a kitchen. I can't even make him his... I think they're like poplars. Poppers. Pepper poppers. Jalapeno poppers? Pepper poppers. Something like that. I don't remember. I don't remember what they are. Got some melons. What else did I plant? Tomatoes, blueberries, hops. Yes. Okay. I need to go give some love to my chickens. Hopefully Okay, they still love me. Sweet. That's good. That is good situation. Oh. I thought I was out of hay. All right, now, 7:20. He's not awake. Open. I don't know if he's awake or not. I have no idea. I guess we can stop by the community center and drop off a pepper. Oh, I have lots of pepper. Wow. Wow. Okay. Community center, smithy. Right? Blacksmith. Smithy? Blacksmith. I think they call it blacksmith. Smithy, I'm thinking of like, I think that's what they called it in that Zelda game, Zelda Oracle of Seasons. I don't know. I just loved being around boys in high school. I loved going to dances. I loved dancing with boys. I loved like the flirting and I don't know. I just loved it. I loved it all. I was your quintessential high school girl. I don't miss high school at all. Oh, this is foraging. I just did summer, right? Yeah. Yes. Oh, see, that's what I need the hops for. Got it. I knew I needed hops for something. My sister, on the other hand, was not like me. She was definitely not Superboy crazy. And my sister had a great core group of friends. I kind of didn't. My friends changed from year to year, not because I wanted them to change. I'm an extremely loyal person, loyal to a fault, actually. Always have been all my life. And I was I was always devastated when my friends were, I don't know you. Give me back my purse. No, that's my purse. Why are you talking to me? I will make you your poppers. Pepper poppers. But my friends kind of ebbed and flowed. My sister had a super solid core group of friends that she's still really good friends with now. She became roommates with a bunch of them. And anyway, I was always really jealous of that, actually. Oh, oh no. 5,000? 2,000? So much money. Take it. Just take it. I was the guy that would try to wait until a crush became available and then give them some time after a breakup that they would get with someone within a few days, forever doomed to be single. No. See? That's what girls don't understand, because they go, "Oh my gosh, you're always there for me. You're such a good friend." While they like cry on your shoulder because some guy treated them poorly, and you're like, "Hello." And they're like, "Oh, I wish I could just find a guy like you." That's apparently not you. It's so awful. I don't know. Like I said, girls can be brutal. Girls don't even realize. They don't realize the power they have and how cruel they can be. Not meaning to be. They just need to be aware of like how they're acting. And I think a lot of girls do get kind of a sense of power from that, and it sucks. And I am sorry. All the women around me say I'd be a great husband, yet I'm still single. See? What the heck is with that? That makes me so mad. Why would you say things like that if you're not going to, like, I don't know. That's so irritating. There's a scene in Gravity Falls where Seuss, who's the handyman, who looks kind of like a giant gopher, and one of the characters meets him and he's like, "I didn't know there were children here," and some kind of large hairless gopher. Then Seuss is like, I get that a lot. Anyway, Seuss is great. He's really awesome. And he's trying to get a date for a wedding. And Wendy, who Dipper is in love with, she works at the front desk for the Mystery Shack. And she's great. We all love Wendy. Wendy's awesome. But if I could catch this fish, that would be awesome. But anyway, she's like, Seuss, you're totally gonna get a date. You're a super cool guy and you're really handy and you own a truck. Like, every girl would want to go out with you or something. And then Grunkle Stan is like, would you date him? And she's like, oh, look at that. And she holds her magazine up in front of her face. And it always makes me really sad because I'm like, why would, like, if you're gonna say those things, I mean, I get why people, I get why she said it. But at the same time, I'm like, that sucks. I don't know. Girls can be really cruel. The whole friend zone thing. I've seen so many awful, awful, awful examples of friend zoning. And I know I did it to a bunch of guys, not meaning to by any means, and not really realizing at the time. I just didn't really realize at the time that these poor guys were probably waiting for me to, kind of be open to them making a move or me making a move on them. And I just never did. I wasn't romantically interested in them though. But I can honestly say I never told those guys, I wish I could find somebody like you that's not you. I never said that. I never acted that way. I mean, for me, it was totally platonic. But I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Yes. It's 12:40. Shoot. What else can I do? I guess I can fish again. I was usually the guy they would get with. I'm also clueless when a woman is actually into me. Well, that's not surprising because girls are, I don't know, girls can be kind of stupid in that respect. They act kind of dumb when it comes to things like that. Like they'll, oh, hello. Have I spoken to you yet today? A gentle little sunbeam woke me up this morning. I've never felt so refreshed. A gentle little sunbeam, yeah? Okay. I'm sorry if that isn't very interesting to you. Oh, no, it's totally interesting. I am here for whatever you were talking about. That's whatever you were talking about for you. Well, in these days, I think, the dating game has changed so much with, online dating and texting and all that stuff. It's just such a different thing. I mean, I dated during texting, but I certainly didn't date during social media. I can't even imagine with like Tinder and Bumble and all these different things. I can't even imagine. Online dating must be really, really hard. I don't know, man. I wish I could offer some advice, but I'm so far removed from that whole world that, I mean, I met Ander when I was 15 and then, okay, well, I'm actually not really the right person to ask either because I don't know if I've said this on stream, but I actually dated a guy that was 4 years older than me when I was 16. And I did that because my parents, and this is a stupid excuse, which is literally just an excuse, but my parents divorced and my whole world fell apart, and it was completely out of the blue, my parents' divorce. My brother told me he saw it coming. I did not. So I was pretty clueless, and when it happened, I was just completely devastated. And my whole world turned upside down, and I was just so like broken and devastated, and my mom moved out and I lived with my mom, and then my mom was severely depressed and I was kind of on my own. And so I actually I was kind of interested romantically in this kid that I had dated before. I hadn't quite gotten over him, and he used to hang out with a bunch of kids in his neighborhood, and this kid lived in their neighborhood. And he used to hang out with them for whatever reason. Why he was hanging out with a bunch of high school kids, I don't really know. I think it was because they all rode bikes together. They all rode those like little tiny, well, it's illegal, yes, if you're getting into trouble together, but we weren't. So, they rode these like little trick bikes together, and they used to do tricks and stuff. And in the summer, they would hang out. I saw a heron wading gracefully through the morning mist. Such are the treasures of a quiet life. Yeah. such are. My pet guinea pig, David, just hates this hot weather. He's fussy. You have a pet guinea pig named David? That is so cute. But anyway, they used to ride like trick bikes together and stuff. And so they became friends. And then I kind of hung around with this group. And then I actually tried to hook this kid up with a friend of mine who was older than me. And then it backfired because apparently he fell for me instead. And of course, I was 16. So, I do need a carp, don't I? I think I need a carp. I was the kid, right? I was a teenager. I was 16. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I did, but I didn't. And my dad was horrified, but I was living with my mom at the time, and he was really worried about it. And like I said, we were good kids. We didn't get into trouble. This kid was like the shyest, most painfully awkward kid. And honestly, he acted more like he was my age than his actual age. And I know that that's sounding like justifying, which it probably kind of is. But I always told people, well, he just turned 20. So we're technically only 3 years apart. And, he's basically my age anyway, like socially, mentally, he acts that way. Anyway, I could justify it in all the ways I wanted to. But ultimately, looking at the relationship now, and Ander knew about it, and Ander was so upset. And Ander was like, this is wrong, and this isn't cool. And, nice, I don't. I thought that was a tiger trout. And Ander was like, you shouldn't be doing this. But of course, who I really wanted to be with was Ander. But I couldn't be with Ander because he moved away. And because I'm a member of the church, we go by guidelines. My dad went by guidelines where I didn't date till I was 16. And when I was 16, Ander had already moved away. So I couldn't date Ander. So I got irritated when he was like, you shouldn't be dating him. I was like, oh, yeah, well, I would rather date you, but you're not around. So, which was also a stupid justification to date this other kid. Oh my gosh, what are you? Catfish. I bet this is catfish. Oh gosh. Oh. And so we dated for almost 2 years. And he came to like all our family gatherings and all this stuff. To be honest with you, I don't know how he even had the guts to show up. Oh no, we just got a sturgeon. Yeah. Oh, but I don't have any way to make caviar. Caviar makes you good money. Do I? I don't think I do. Not yet. But we were good. And, but what happened was we started out, so he started up here, and I started down here. And then as I got older and as we kind of progressed our relationship, it kind of went like this. And then I went like this and he went like this. And he just was really stagnant and he never really grew up. And I kind of left him behind. And I cared about him deeply. And he was kind of this rock, this kind of foundation I was looking for because my life had totally fallen apart with my parents. But looking back on it now, it was such a detrimental thing for me to do because everybody knew I was dating this older kid. Everybody in my school knew I was dating this older kid because he came to dances with me, which seems really silly now for a 20-year-old. He never went to the dances when he was in school because he was painfully awkward and shy and didn't have anybody to go with, wouldn't ask anybody. And then, of course, there was me that was like, oh, we're going to go to this dance. So we went to prom together or Sadie Hawkins together or whatever, and we had a great time. We had a blast. And all my friends, pretty much respected him for the most part. And, but looking back on it now, that was so detrimental for me because I never socially dated in high school. I dated that one kid. And I didn't think at the time there was any interest in me because I just didn't feel like anybody had any interest in me. So I think part of the reason I probably hung on to that kid was because I didn't want to be alone. And he was there. And so, I cared about him. I did. But yeah, my dad was horrified. My brother was horrified. My brother was not happy. But eventually, I think deep down, I knew, and this sounds really awful, but deep down, I knew I wanted to be with Ander, or I wanted to at least try to be with Ander. You know, I wanted to see if there was anything between us, because we'd never actually dated. And so I didn't want to just, like, assume that we were going to be together, or assume that we were compatible or whatever, because, okay, sturgeon? No, bream. Walleye. Lakefish? Yes. Sweet. Oh, what? Oh, I can't do that because I'm not at the community center. Got it. Dang, that would have been really nice if you could just do it from wherever, but you can't. So it finally got to a point where I just didn't feel like the relationship was progressing anymore. And I knew that once Ander came home from his mission, he was on his mission almost the whole 2 years I was dating this guy. So I knew when he came home from his mission, I wanted to be available. I wanted to try and see if there was anything between us because I didn't know. And I would have just hated myself if I'd never found out. Oh yeah, this is really sad when Linus is digging in the garbage. You turned up at the right moment, miss. Could you do an old man a favor? Could you go around the corner and scare off those raccoons for me? They've been causing a real mess. Thanks. Make sure you give them a good scare so they never come back. So I broke up with him. And we kind of broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together. Like I cared about him and we'd spent all this time together. And so it was hard. It was really, really hard. But looking back on it now, obviously, I can justify it as much as I want. But the reality is, I was still a teenager, and he should have known better than to not. And I don't want to say I'm not to blame, because of course I was to blame. You know, I kind of, egged things on and whatnot. But the reality is, he was technically the adult in that situation, and he should not have even. That should never have been an option. Do you think there's something wrong with what I'm doing? Yes, it's illegal. I don't believe in private property. Besides, what do you want me to do? I need this food to survive. Have a heart. No, you can go catch fish. You can go home. I promise I won't rummage in George's can anymore. You can tell him you scared off the raccoons for good. And then he goes straight down and rummages in another garbage can. Well, so anyway, like I said, I can justify it all I want. And it's something I'm not proud of because I feel badly about the whole thing because I feel like I kind of led him on, but I didn't really mean to lead him on because I did care about him. And like we had a great relationship and we had a good time together. But ultimately, I think deep down I knew I wasn't going to end up with him. And I think somewhere along the line, he started to get these ideas that we were just going to be together forever. And I was like, But whenever I talk to Ander about it, Ander is like, the reality is he was the adult in the situation and he should have known better. And he shouldn't have touched that with a 10-foot pole. He should have stayed far away. And he never should have gotten into a relationship with a teenager, period. I don't care what feelings he had for you. That was inappropriate and it shouldn't have happened. And I agree, but it just makes me feel awkward and crappy because I feel like I am also partly at fault, obviously. So I tell Ander, I when I talk to Ander about it, it makes me feel uncomfortable and it makes me feel stupid because I really wish the whole relationship hadn't happened at all. I wish I would have just stuck to like my high school, socially dated in high school. But I didn't. I missed out on that. And so then, after me and this kid finally broke up, like for good, I asked him not to come see me and not to text message me, not to do any of that stuff. And because we thought we could just be friends. Oh, I'm going to finish this bundle. How exciting. We thought we could just be friends. but seeing each other was too painful. And he would just randomly like show up at my work and, oh, nice. Nice. He would just randomly show up at my work and, you know, seeing each other was hard and whatnot. So anyway, I finally was just like, you know what? We've tried this and we cannot just be friends. There's too much history between us. Like, we can be cordial, but I need you to give me space. I need you to stay away from me. Please don't text message me. Don't call me. And he argued and, you know, didn't want that to be the case. And I was just like, I'm sorry, but if you call me or text me, I'm not going to answer. Don't show up at my house. Don't show up at my job. Please just don't make this any harder than it needs to be. And I may have told this story on stream before. I don't know. But, I found out about this way later, but apparently he did show up at my house and I didn't know about it because he showed up while I was up in my room and my brother happened to be just hanging out, or I think he was spending a couple nights at my mom's house and he was in the basement and he heard movement upstairs. And so he came upstairs to check it out and he found my then ex-boyfriend with his foot on the stairs going up to where my room was. I don't personally believe he would have done anything sinister, but just the fact that he'd come in the house without being invited in, that he was on his way up to my room. I didn't know he was there. And so my brother was like, yes, Alex's face is correct. So my brother told me later that he saw him and was like, oh, hey, man. And like, he knew we'd kind of been back and forth, you know, but he also knew I had told him to leave me alone. But my brother was like, maybe they've kind of gotten together again or whatever. And this kid looked really like sketchy. And he was like, oh, hey, you know, just kind of stood there on the stairs. And my brother was like, the kid was like, I'm just here to see Susie. And my brother goes, okay. And then my brother got this weird feeling and he was like, does she know you're here? And the kid couldn't answer. And my brother goes, okay, you need to leave. And the kid was like, I just need to talk to her. And my brother was like, look, man, you are in my house. You were not invited into my house. She asked you to leave her alone. There are multiple things wrong with this picture. You need to leave. And, is this the mushrooms / the fruits? I want fruit bats because they leave me fruit. I did the mushrooms last time and it was totally lame. So I want bats. But they got in this argument on the stairs apparently. And this kid was short. He was like little. I think he was like 5'4", maybe something like that. He was really, really little. I guess he'd been a preemie baby. So he was like super short. My brother's like 6'2". So my brother drew himself up to his full height and the kid left. And I never knew about it until like 2 years later. My brother didn't say anything about it until 2 years later. And you know what? My brother's actions that night totally not saved me in a physical sense, but they saved me because, after that, the kid stayed away from me. He didn't text message me, didn't call me, anything like that. And I was able to like move on. I was able to heal. And then when Andrew got home from his mission, we started dating and it was clear right off the bat that we were meant to be together. But I felt horribly guilty and really awful about that whole relationship because I just felt stupid and it never should have happened. And I was mad at myself and I was just mad at the whole situation. And I was mad at that kid kind of, because I was like, this never should have happened. But at the same time, it did. And it's part of my history. There's nothing that can be done about it now. So, not awesome, but it happened. And it is what it is. And he's happily married now, but he's never found me on Facebook. I don't know if he's ever stalked me on Facebook. I have certainly looked him up on Facebook, but we're not Facebook friends, so I can't really see anything on his page. I've never taken the leap of being a Facebook friend with him because I've never felt the need, and he's never done that to me. But yeah, it sucks. It totally sucks. And what's funny is I was in this word processing class with a kid that I thought was totally gorgeous and fantastic, and I would have dated him in a heartbeat if he'd showed interest in me. But he didn't show any interest in me. And we sat next to each other the whole semester in this word processing class. And I was just, I mean, I had this boyfriend, and this makes me sound really awful, but you know, I was kind of boy crazy in high school, and this kid didn't go to my high school. He wasn't in high school, so he wasn't around. He wasn't in any of my classes, you know? And so this kid, like, we got along really, really well. And we had a lot in common, and we had a good time together, and we laughed together, and we just had a really good time in class together. And I mentioned it to Ander one time, I think a couple years ago. I was like, yeah, I sat next to this kid in word processing, and I remember thinking, man, I might have been willing to break up with my other boyfriend if this kid had showed interest in me. But he never showed interest in me. And Ander goes, oh, Susie, this kid knew you had a boyfriend. He wasn't going to show interest in you and move in on some other guy's girl. If he'd done that, you would have constantly questioned his motives. If you would have dated him after that, you would have never been able to fully trust him. He was a good person. He said, no. What needed to happen was you needed to break up with your ex. You needed to break up with your boyfriend, which you should have done anyway. And then you needed to come into class and be like, oh. Inevitably, he would have gone, what's the matter? Is something wrong? And you would have been like, well, I just broke up with my boyfriend. Boom. Done. He could have swooped in there. Nobody's feelings get hurt. You shouldn't have been dating that kid in the first place, which I know. And he's absolutely right. I shot myself in the foot with that one. But see, I didn't want to be alone in high school. And because, once again, my world was all sorts of topsy-turvy, and I was miserable, and I was depressed and sad because my parents were miserable and my mom was depressed, and I was by myself. I was basically taking care of the house myself. And I wanted somebody to be there for me. And Ander wasn't. So this kid was the one that was there. It sucks. I hate remembering it all because it makes me feel so stupid. If I remember correctly, I think this kid was just named him in my brother's phone. Just him. Oh, what are you? Catfish. No. Maybe something better? Sturgeon. Maybe a sturgeon? Probably a sturgeon? Oh, we probably won't reel this guy in anyway. The very first time I ever spoke to Ander on Instant Messenger, his Instant Messenger name was Sturgeon Kid. If they cheat with you, they will cheat on you. Agreed. And that's what Ander said. He was like, no, you didn't want him to show interest in you and like move in on you while you were dating somebody. He knew you were dating somebody. He was a good person. I was like, you're right. It was my fault. Everything's my fault. All my fault. Wow, the sturgeons are like happening. What is it? Summertime. Okay, summertime in the... Is this the lake? Yes, this is the lake. Sturgeons are where it is happening. So anyway, that's my dating backstory. So I'm not a very good person to ask as far as dating advice goes because I made stupid decisions. I mean, I was a good kid. Like, I didn't get into trouble, but I made stupid decisions on who I dated. And then, of course, after I broke up with that kid, I did have a couple relationships that were kind of crappy. I dated some guy that didn't treat me very well because I'd had this big old crush on him in junior high. And then he was a really good kid in junior high. And then he got into a lot of trouble, got into some things he shouldn't have, and he became a not so good kid. And he was very suave in the way he talked to me and the way he kind of charmed. But he was a jerk. So I had a couple tiny, not even considered relationships because he did not consider himself in a relationship with me, apparently. But so I'm not the right person to ask. And honestly, because of all of this, when Ander came, I felt horribly guilty because Ander was on his mission and he was in this wonderful place and he was changing people's lives and he was teaching people about, you know, really, really special things that were close to his heart and made, like, literally changed people's lives and changed his life. And then here I was, like, falling apart at the seams because my parents were falling apart. I was trying to keep, like, my family together. I was trying to keep my brother and sister from all this. My brother was, you know, struggling here and there, and my sister, like, I don't know, everybody was struggling. And I was miserable. I was so depressed, and I was trying to make it through high school and trying to, like, keep my mom from getting into, you know, causing issues and hurting herself. And it was miserable. And so when Ander finally came home, I felt like the air is so thick with honey and nectar all summer, I almost feel dizzy. Have I gone up here? Oh, that's what the earthquake was. It opened this whole... Sorry, Abigail. It opened this whole place up. That's right. There were boulders in the way. Oh, I got it now. Okay. Cool. Anyway, so when Ander came home, I was like, I just felt like the biggest idiot, and I told him everything and was like, I have been so depressed and so miserable, and I haven't made... Like I said, I don't want to say I've made bad decisions. I just made stupid decisions. Like, I never should have been in this relationship with this kid. And I, you know, dated some people that I shouldn't have. And I just felt like the biggest idiot. And Ander was very kind and was like, what kind of person would I be if I served a mission for 2 years talking to people and telling them it was never too late to get on a good path and change their life for the better and, you know, like, find happiness. And then I came home and kicked you to the curb for a couple dumb decisions. So, luckily, he had a lot of compassion. But, yeah, definitely not proud of those times. But... hopefully, maybe the reason I experienced all that is so when Charlotte starts dating and when Auden starts dating, I can have some real gritty, like, look, I experienced this and this is what happened when I chose to do this. So you can make your choices because you have your free will, but these are the consequences of those choices if you make them. I don't know. Why do we have the experiences that we have? I don't really know. Gosh, what time is it? 10:10? Oh, I gotta sign off soon. We got a new week of school starting. Auden, bless her. I love my baby girl, but man, she wakes up at 5:45 in the morning. Kills me. And I have to get up at 6 anyway, like, to get Charlotte to get Charlotte's lunch ready and everything. But, I did that last time. What the heck? But 5:45? Come on, kid. You can't give me 15 extra minutes. But Ander's home tomorrow, so that it's always easier to get Charlotte ready for school when I don't have to give Auden a bottle straight in the middle of it. So now she's ridden the bus home for a week. So our next goal is to get to a point where we can drop her off at the school valet and she can just get out of the car and just walk to the doors herself. But we're not quite there yet. But that's my next goal. My cat has been making a habit of jumping on my face or stomach at like 4 a.m. like to knock the wind out of me this weekend. Oh, that sucks. Oh, yeah. Sounds like something a cat would do. I feel like that's something Stixel would do if she weren't sleeping in a crate. Man, I love Stixel, but she is so bananas. She is bonkers. She's tearing up our yard in the backyard, and I'm like, okay, if I can just make it through the next like year or two, she'll calm down a little bit. I walk her to the bus stop to pick Charlotte up from the bus, and there's some other guy that waits there. It's right at the end of our street. There's some other guy that waits there, and the first day I saw him there, I walked Stixel down there and he was alone, and then the next day, my mom and I walked down to pick Charlotte up from the bus and took Stixel, and he was there again, but this time he decided to bring his dog, and Stixel went bonkers, totally crazy. She went nuts. And I didn't have her bark collar on her at the time. I didn't have any treats on me, nothing. I was wildly unprepared. And I was like, man. And I don't think it's aggression. I really think she just wants to play and she's excited, but she acts, and her bark is really, really deep. So she sounds scary. Ain't nobody gonna bring their dog over to meet you when you sound like that. I was like, Stixel, this is not how you make friends. Oh my gosh. And now I'm thinking, great, now I can't take her to the freaking bus stop anymore if that guy's gonna bring his dog, but maybe he won't. Maybe he saw Stixel and was like, wow, no, I am not gonna bring my dog anymore. I don't know. I don't know. She's just crazy. And I have to train her, but I have zero time. It's hard for me to train her because I'm home with Auden all day and I can't really train her with a stroller in my hands. I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to sign off at the end of this day. It's 6:30. I think tomorrow I will get my new pickaxe and we can go to, is Stixel full grown? Yes, she's full grown. She's about 55 pounds, something like that. So she's big. And she's so funny. If I could... What just happened? Something just happened. Did you guys hear that sound? Why does this always happen? Wow, I made a lot of money off of my fish. Whoop, whoop. What just happened? There was this crazy sound. An explosion. Why does this always happen when I'm about to sign off? Is this when the asteroid hits? At the beach for the Pelican Town luau. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to bring something to put into that soup. I was like, what just happened? Oh my gosh. Okay, well now we need to find... Oh, man, this is what I had to do last time. Walk through all this stuff. Stixel is the derpiest dog. Like, she looks really... Oh, my pickaxe. I don't have a pickaxe. Dang it. She looks really regal while she's outside, but she has a... She has this underbite. I will get a picture next time I can. Next time when I can, I will get a picture and I'll post it on my Discord because that girl, she looks really pretty and regal like when she's outside, and then she'll look at me. She's got this horrible underbite. Oh my gosh. Oh, she cracks me up. We love her, but she's crazy. Ooh, I wish I had one of those things that makes a battery pack. Something landed. There it is. Oh, but I don't have my pickaxe. Okay. Well, since I just saved. So. Okay. Oh, I got the demo for Immortals Phoenix Rising. Haven't tried it yet. We will see how I feel about it, because I got the demo because I haven't decided if I want to buy the game, and I thought if I'm gonna spend the money on the game, I want to try the demo, so I will let you know how I like it. But yes, I got a message that my pickaxe is ready, but it's 10:15 and I need to like wind down and I need to go to bed. But yes, I remember was it you and basically Dad that said Immortals was really good? I need to play the demo and I will let you know. See this picture right here, right here. I thought about cross-stitching that, but the pixel art is way too detailed. It's way too small. There's no way. Oh, it would take like a gigantic thing. Anyway, okay, so it's time for me to wind down. It's time for me to sign off. But as always, less than 3 for all of you. I greatly appreciate all of you hanging out with me tonight as I bore my soul about my my stupid decisions as a teenager. Ugh. It's the beginning of a new week. I hope all of you have a lovely, lovely week. I will be back on Wednesday at noon. I do have to figure out how I'm going to balance, because Wednesday's the one day Anders home, right? So I have these eyelash appointments that I have booked every 3 weeks. And I suddenly realized, oh my gosh, how am I going to fit my lashes in with my streaming? How am I going to do that? I also am looking forward to streaming a little earlier in the day with Charlotte in school, because it'll free up the evening for us to have like family date nights. Because last Wednesday, I was like, we should go to dinner somewhere. Oh no, I'm streaming tonight, which I love streaming, but I would also love to like go to dinner as a family, you know? So anyway, I'll let you know if I play Immortals Phoenix Rising. Yeah, everybody have a really good week. And thank you for being here. As always, I appreciate you guys. Join the Discord if you haven't already. We have a really good time there. I will look at those sci-fi recommendations that James gave me. And that goes for everybody. If you have book recommendations or TV recommendations, TV show, movie recommendations, or whatever, feel free. Not that I have a lot of time to watch things, but it's a great place to discuss. So everybody have a lovely evening. And I hope all of your Mondays are good Mondays and filled with good vibes and positivity. And I love you all. And I will see all of you guys back on Wednesday at noon. Bye, everybody.